to Russ Bendefield, Aaron West, and Matt Davis. Matt?
Here we are, man. 2022 Tiger football season. It's ready to go.
Good evening to you.
A beautiful evening. I tell you what, you cannot ask for a better night for a football game.
Matt, we have a very special guest with us to start off this season.
Right off the bat?
I feel...
A VIP?
Have you ever felt like you're in trouble? Like you're sent to the principal's office?
Yeah,
well, this is even more. When you really get in trouble, you have to go see the superintendent.
Oh.
We were having a good time, and in walks the superintendent, and everyone shaped up real quick. So
Mr. Ron Lorenz.
I was disappointed, Aaron, because I had to ask Matt to close the window because he was letting all the purchased air out.
I have to hear game day, the music, the game day, the band.
Get in the. How are you, Mr. Lorenz?
I'm very good.
It's nice to see you too. Let me not step on your cord here while I stand up here and visit with you. So, Mr. Lorenz, you did note the air, the nice addition to the press box.
I'm glad you like it. It's something that we did. Really, we wanted to make sure that we're making the most of our instructional spaces, and our PE classes use this area, but we needed internet.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, you have to have a climate-controlled environment. So we have air conditioning. We have a nice sealed envelope. And I think it's nice for you guys doing this important work.
I am a little disappointed in the media buffet that has not arrived yet. I'm anticipating that will be here for the media shortly.
Media.
I forgot, man. I'm sorry. We'll have a bottle of water for you shortly, and that's going to be about the extent of the buffet, I'm afraid.
But it is a nice space, a big improvement, and certainly makes. We sure appreciate it, Mr. Lorenz. We've been here before when you feel like you're about to melt down up here. So,
well, we appreciate what you guys do. This is a great thing for our community. Everybody's excited about this game, and I know you guys do a wonderful job of covering it. And just having the video and the dulcet tones of Matt Davis kind of going out over the airwaves, that really puts a kind of a special touch on things.
I'll try not to yell too loud tonight. That's my goal. But, hey, the field is in great condition, and what a shout-out, right, to Chris Van Osdale and the work he does. I mean, all the brown grass around. This looks like just a beautiful, lush green field tonight for the players to get out there on, and the stadium looks just wonderful.
Oh, there's no question. We're blessed. I know that Chris and Roger and that whole crew, they really take pride in what they do. They go the extra mile, and it means a lot to them, so you can tell.
And on top of that, Ron, you've got a brand new track resurface too, and that looks wonderful as well.
That was something we knew we had to address, and just completed that a few weeks ago, so it does look nice, and we're looking forward. We get to host the Hawkeye 10 track meet this year, so hopefully everything's going to go well with that.
Mr. Lorenz, and the school's back in session, classes are back, teachers are back. If someone's headed to the game, they're not going to be able to purchase the ticket at the gate.
Well, actually.
So what are we doing there? Talk to me about that.
Well,
online ticketing.
Yeah, the Hawkeye 10 Conference has moved to remote online ticketing. We want to encourage everybody to take that cashless route, but we realize there are some people that may not be as comfortable with that as others. So you can purchase tickets here. We encourage you to do so if you haven't purchased your tickets in advance, you can do so here. We encourage you to use a credit card or debit card. If you want to use cash, it's probably going to take you a little longer.
Okay.
Because we don't have quite the infrastructure that we've had in the past. All those volunteers, but we don't want to turn anybody away.
Right.
We just want to encourage people to do the cashless thing.
Yep, absolutely. So know that's the case. And I talked to Mr. Erickson, and he said it was going really well just a few minutes ago. So that's good. How's the first few days of class?
Really well.
Gone well?
It's going well, yeah. Kids are settling in. Teachers are settling in. It was kind of ironic. We haven't got a lot of rain all summer until the first 2 days of school when we want to have recess. So
right.
We had a bunch of kids wanting to get outside, and we couldn't accommodate that. But otherwise, it seems like it's going really well.
Very good. Well, Mr. Lorenz, I know you're busy. Thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. You're a football guy.
I coached football in my previous life. I played football
at Central, right?
Through college.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry.
Great.
That's right. My bad. Simpson. My bad. Simpson. My bad.
Okay. That's strike two.
You're going
to be on the roof.
You may kick him out of the...
One more.
Well, we had
my bad, Ron. I forgot. That's right.
But you played in college.
I did.
Yes. So what's this time of the year mean to you?
This is my favorite time of year. I was telling you guys earlier, I'm a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan, so I got to watch a preseason game last night. I get to watch the Tigers tonight. I might even watch Nebraska tomorrow. I know it's.
Oh, good Lord. Why?
Well, it's going to be on. It'll be something to watch. You know, I know that the Hawkeyes will play Nebraska later in the season, and I just want to see what we're facing. I mean, and I said that with a straight face. I just want to be clear.
You did hesitate there briefly on that, so but.
Trying to be polite to all the Nebraska fans.
Mr. Lorenz, thanks for your time. It's nice, and it's just a fun time of the year.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Lorenz. Right. Appreciate it. Ron Lorenz, Superintendent of the Red Oak Community School District with us, and our thanks to him. Matt, should we take a quick break and then we'll come back
and we'll kind of set up the game with preview of Riverside and the Red Oak Tiger football team.
We are in Red Oak at Russ Benda Field. Remember, it's cashless ticketing this evening. Cashless ticketing. It's online ticketing. So please make note of that. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this.
Defensive line number 53, Jacob Eggers. Okay. At defensive line number 88, Cole Fortin. At linebacker number 34, Jack Smetke.
Okay, forward. And by the way, make note of our sponsors all the way across our broadcast this evening. And then when you have the opportunity, let them know that it's possible, and say thanks to them for making it possible for us to be here and broadcast Red Oak Tiger Sports. We love to do it.
Absolutely.
And then also we're streaming too, Matt. So people will go over to our YouTube channel, KCSI Radio.
We've got a lot of people around town live streaming. I know up at Stadium 34, Rocky's got it on up there, and other places in town. So, yeah, absolutely.
Matt, there are a lot of games going on all across the region tonight. Where do we want to start,
well,
man? You have stats, and we haven't even played really football yet.
Yeah, so. And, of course, the big game last night was over in Council Bluffs.
Yeah.
Class 4A number 1 ranked Lewis Central Titans beat Class 3A number 1 ranked Harlan.
That was a big one.
30-27. Two of the heavyweights right there got the season going. And then tonight a full slate of games, and we'll have all those. We'll have a post-game scoreboard show, so stick around after the game for that. We'll have all the local scores for you with that. But right here tonight at Russ Benda Field, we've got the Riverside Bulldogs coming in to take on the Tigers. And, let's talk a little bit about this Riverside team, Aaron.
Yep.
They're a Class A team out of District 7. Their head coach is Daryl Frayne. You might remember him. He was a longtime head wrestling coach at Creston, was a 20-year wrestling coach, won a couple state titles over there, but he's a Carson native, and he moved back into the Oakland area to coach of the Riverside, and this is his 4th year. The Bulldogs were 5-3 last year, and they handled Red Oak 41-20. We were just thinking about that game earlier today, and in fact they have beat Red Oak 86-20 combined score over the last 2 years. So they've really handled the Tigers the last couple of years. But the Bulldogs are going to be without their all-district quarterback Austin Grimkowski and their all-district running back Brett Bentley, who have graduated. So there's going to be some changes in that offense for them. They're going to return a really experienced offensive line, and that will be a key for them. But their quarterback tonight will be their wide receiver from last year, Grady Jeppinson, will be a quarterback for Riverside tonight. He's a really good wide receiver. We're going to see what he can do as a quarterback tonight. I think defensively is probably where Riverside's going to probably shine a little bit more, maybe compared to last year. They got an outstanding defensive tackle. Remember him from last year.
Yep.
Nate Messerschmidt, 22 tackles last year, 6 tackles for losses, and a good linebacker core, Brody Zimmerman and linebacker J.J. Wilson. So, but a little bit of experience in their backfield. I think they might be going with a freshman running back, Jackson Gordon, tonight. We'll see what he can do out there, if that in fact who is their starter. But should be a solid Riverside squad. Will be matching up against those Red Oak Tigers.
Matt, like you said, you had mentioned that Riverside the past couple of years have really handled the Tigers well. Riverside is one of those school districts and their athletic programs in particular that have really been growing in the last few years. Tremendous strides in that program.
Yeah, and I'm surprised they're still classified as Class 1A. Yeah. I would think that town is growing. You're probably going to see that classification go up in years to come. But Red Oak Tigers, Michael Nordine, second year here at Red Oak. Seems like he's been here forever. Hasn't already coached Nordine. Tigers were 3-6 last year, qualified for the states. They broke that 22-game losing streak last year. Really big strides for the Tiger program last year. Key players back for the Tigers, of course, will be senior Dawson Bond. He was an all-district linebacker. He had 54 tackles, 9 tackles for loss. You got senior defense end Braden Woods. He was all-district as well. Had 14 tackles for losses last year. And then, of course, on the offensive side, you're going to see Riley Fouts, all-district running back, 723 yards, 5 TDs. And the Tigers are going to go with quarterback Chase Roeder at quarterback. It's 5'11" and senior. Chase did not have a lot of experience at quarterback spot last year, but he is going there be the starter tonight on the field. That's some good targets.
Yeah.
Landon Cowles, a senior. Brighton Bergen's out there. Brighton Bergen's out for football this year and making a big difference. Jack Kling. So I think one thing we heard about Coach Nordine about this team is speed.
Yes.
Speed. And that's what the Tigers do have, and I think that will be the advantage they're going to try to maximize tonight.
I have had the opportunity to visit with Coach Nordine on a couple of occasions, and that was the topic that he said, we're fast.
Yeah.
We're fast.
And you look at that, that speaks to me to a game that they'd like to be more wide open. They'd like to get the players out in space. I think the key for Red Oak offensively is to give some – they don't have to have a great passing attack, but some level of passing attack to open that running game to keep the teams honest, so you can't just stack the box against the Tigers. I think that's what Riverside is going to try to do, try to take that run game away and see what Red Oak can do in that pass game. We'll just see how it plays out. But this should be a good, close game. I think it's two good teams. I know to get the season started off with a W would mean a lot to the Tigers. They haven't done that in several years, so we'll see what plays out here tonight.
Let's take a break, Matt. We're going to check in. Again, make note of our sponsors, and when you have the opportunity, let them know that you appreciate it sponsoring us to be here and bring high school sports to you.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small-town living. We are here for your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
These messages. All right.
Upgrade to winning internet speeds and switch to Western Iowa Networks. With Western Iowa Networks' blazing fast internet speeds, you can say bye-bye to buffering. You'll never have to worry about lagging while gaming with your friends. You'll catch every word your professor says during your online classes, and you won't lose connection during your work meetings. Sounds like a winning game plan to me. So make the switch today and join the winning team, Western Iowa Networks.
Okay.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
One more.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This rolling. It's the Red Oak Tigers and the Riverside Bulldogs. Band's on the field. The teams are on the field, Matt. About 10 minutes away, 14 minutes away from the opening kickoff here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a good night for football. And, of course, we had a chance. I don't know if you have the pregame report ready to go there, but we had a good chance to talk to Coach Nordine during the week. And what a busy offseason Coach Nordine had with his football combine back in spring and all the various other things he did to keep football year-round in Red Oak. And I think that is going to make a big difference in this program. So
what's Coach Nordine telling us? What's he telling them? I mean, they come. I don't know if you mentioned they have a different quarterback this year. So what do we have? What's he telling them?
Well, I think the main thing is play your role, play your position, play it hard, and play with a lot of enthusiasm and aggressiveness.
Okay.
When you do those things, you're going to be successful.
All right. So the marching band is on the field, and we're going to have our national anthem. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring positions available: seasonal general labor, seasonal night crew. All seasonal positions have the opportunity to become full-time positions. They're looking for hardworking team members who are dependable with a positive attitude, committed to being at work on time every day, working in a fast-paced environment, and flexible open schedule. Apply at the Red Oak Greenhouse at 401 West Cuba Street in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA. Love is in the air.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Empire Construction and Trenching has served Southwest Iowa, Northwest Missouri, and Southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Hey, Matt. So while this is on air, we have our audience online. Thanks for watching. We appreciate all the folks watching. They can send that link wherever, Matt.
Absolutely. If you got someone, a relative living a distance away, send them a link. They can check in Red Oak Tiger football.
Wherever. Watch a football
Coach
game.
Nordine's family's up, New York, right? They
somewhere up in that
I think
area.
his parents are in the stands tonight, but they linked in from New York and a lot of Red Oak alumni throughout the country.
Send that link wherever, and you can folks can watch it from all over. Good crowd, Matt, and I can see people still rolling in down there.
Yeah, Coach Nordine's got his Tigers out ready to go. They're waiting for the chain gang to get out there and get set up, get ready to go. So once we get that set, we'll get the kickoff and get it going here. And I say just an absolute beautiful night for a football game. No wind, perfect temperature conditions, and the fields. We got rain, a lot of rain actually this morning, but turf is dry. Shouldn't be any too much slipping around out there, so it's all good to go here at Russ Bend Field tonight.
It's band's looking nice.
And one thing I think would be exciting to see. I'm not sure we'll have to see who won the toss, but I think Red Oak might be getting the ball first. So in that first series of play, Coach Nordine's always got something up his sleeve. First game of the year, you don't have a lot of tape on, if anything, on other teams. So you can see a lot of surprises from both sides of this in terms of scheming. And you try to scheme, but first game, you're liable to get some things maybe you weren't quite preparing for. So let's see what Coach Nordine and in that case for Coach Frayne on the Riverside as well have in store for this game. I know Riverside scrimmaged against Clarinda last week. Red Oak went down to Shenandoah and scrimmage against the Cowboys, but this is the real deal tonight. Usually they don't show a lot in those scrimmages.
Yeah, there's not a lot not a lot of stats available, not a lot of, so it's kind of just go play and see what happens. Hey, we're going to have a recap after the game tonight of a few scores from around the region.
Post-game show.
We'll have all the scores. We're going to get the stuff you want to know about, so thanks to hang around for that, and thanks to Rocky up at Stadium 34 for making that possible.
Yeah, he's got a $5 Tiger cocktail special tonight and a smokestack sandwich. Oh, my goodness, it looks incredible.
Welcome back to our radio audience as well, just a few minutes away. So, Matt, talk to me now. What we got both teams on the sidelines. We got the fans in the stands.
Yeah, I think the key for me to this game coming down tonight will really be the strength to Riverside is their linebacker core, and they've got a good offensive line, a senior-dominated offensive line going against a very senior-dominated defensive line. I think that could come down to that. Can the Red Oak defensive line control, get pressure on the quarterback? Can they limit those big plays that have kind of hurt them in the past against Riverside? And conversely, Riverside, they want to do just that. They want to try to shut down that Red Oak game. They'd like to stack the box and try to force and see what Red Oak can do in that pass game. That would be what my thought would be coming in, but we'll have to see how it plays out here. But really good chance for these two teams to get out here and show what they have tonight.
We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff here in just a few minutes. Again, make note of our sponsors and
upgrade to winning internet speeds and switch to Western Iowa Networks. With Western Iowa Networks' blazing fast internet speeds, you can say bye-bye to buffering. You'll never have to worry about lagging while gaming with your friends. You'll catch every word your professor says during your online classes, and you won't lose connection during your work meetings. Sounds like a winning game plan to me. So make the switch today and join the winning team, Western Iowa Networks.
Russ Benda Field, first game of the season, the Red Oak Tigers and the Riverside Bulldogs.
Yep, Riverside won the toss. They will be receiving the kickoff here from the Tigers. Your referees tonight is Brian Regan, umpire Steve Lestine, head linesman Greg Pullum, line judge Tom Olson, back judge Robbie Mace. And your Tiger captains are Dawson Bond, Riley Fouts, Landon Kaus, and Logan Kahn.
Tigers are on the field, ready to go. Thanks to Andy Ray, public address announcer down there with United Group as well. He does a lot of work, a lot of prep work.
He's one of my flag football coaches.
Yeah. Got the Bruce boys in here as well.
Bruce boys eating the food, taking care of the food down there for us.
Mr. Johnson running the clock.
We're all ready to go. Big crowd still filing in here, and they can tell it's a big crowd when you got everybody lined up on the fence line. That's what's happening already.
People still rolling in.
Dawson Bond will be kicking off the Tigers. Back for Riverside will be Aiden Bell. And Aiden Salas, or maybe that's Jackson Gordon. I can't see the number.
Salias. Yeah,
we're going to go with Salias.
Salias.
Aiden Salias.
That's not correct. Let me know.
All right,
Bonds
here we go.
Ready to back and ready to go. Tigers ready.
Tigers in their black, orange striped uniforms. Riverside in the white jerseys. And
Bulldogs are back. Here goes Bond. Puts a foot to it. Bounces across. It's going to be through the hands of the Bulldogs and then falls on it at about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, kind of a squib kick there. Maybe that was by design. I'm not sure. I know Dawson's got a stronger leg than that, but Bulldogs will start 1st and 10 from their 22-yard line.
On the 22-yard line, here we go.
Tigers defensive starters are Brandon Woods, defensive line, Jacob Egris, defensive line, Cole Thornton, defensive line. Linebackers are Jack Schmidtke, Riley Fouts, Dawson Bonds. Your quarterbacks are Brighton Bergren, Chase Roeder, Brandon Hernandez, and Jack Kling.
Jepson, quarterback for the Bulldogs, takes a shotgun snap, keeps it, rolls out, goes left, complete. Oh, and he just through the hands hits Salias. Salias drops it, falls incomplete.
Good little swing pass there, and it was right on the money, but just dropped it and be 2nd down 10 there. But good little roll out there, good little safe pass play for your first pass play of the game.
Get it going, just kind of get into the groove of the game, settle in, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Grady Jepson, the quarterback, he's a junior.
And he's a tall guy, 6'3", 175-pounder, so he's got some size back there, quarterback.
He'll take the shotgun snap. You got receivers out to the left, back in the backfield. Hands it off to Gordon.
Gordon, a freshman.
Jackson Gordon.
Picks up about 4 yards on that rush play.
About 3rd and 6.
True freshman there, Jackson Gordon. He's listed 5'10", 160. Bulldogs starting a couple freshmen tonight. Tigers in a base 3-4 defense, Aaron. They not showing nothing yet, and we'll see if they mix it up a little bit with some blitzes and zones, but I think they'll probably stay basic set right here on this third down play.
Yeah, and kind of a couple of safe calls. You got a receiver out to the left here, back in the backfield, right beside the quarterback. Shotgun snap, rolls back, looks left.
Oh,
and he's going to be brought down in the backfield there. Nice job.
Big sack by Adam Byer. Boy, he shot through there, Aaron, and dropped him to the ground for a sack. Big play there by the Tigers on third down.
And they lose about 4 yards. It's going to be about 4th and 8 or 9, looks like. Good job there by the Tiger defense.
Absolutely. They came with a little bit of rush blitz there from our linebackers, and Adam got him on the ground. So force a punt here by the Bulldogs. Dawson Bond back at about the 45-yard line to receive the ball.
Who do we have punting there for the Bulldogs? Back. Bond grabs it at about the 48-yard line on his feet, rumbles forward up to about the 50.
Good solid return there. Tigers going to start on the Riverside side, 49-yard line on their first offensive series of the year. And it will be senior Chase Roeder at quarterback for the Tigers. And he'll have a offensive line of Sam Fields at right tackle, Peyton Etternock at left guard, Eli Vukovic at center, Logan Kahn at right guard, Nolan Perrin at right tackle. That's a pretty big offensive line, Aaron. Good size in that offensive line.
All right, here we go. As Matt said, Roeder at quarterback for the Tigers. You got trips out to the right, single receiver to the left, and Fouts in the backfield. Kind of a erroneous snap there. Fumbles. Roeder picks it up and just gets about back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's one thing we talked about pregame. The shotgun snaps. That was a little bit of an issue in pregames, postgame. All starts with a good exchange from the center to the quarterback. And
absolutely.
We saw right there that ball did not get to quarterback, didn't give the Tigers a chance there, so they're going to have 2nd and 11 here.
So here we go again. We have twins out left and right. Fouts in the backfield. Shotgun snap to Roeder. Goes right over the middle. Right up the middle. On his feet. Rumble for a first down and then some. That's to Kaus.
And that's just a beautiful thing to see. A little pop pass over the middle of Landon Kaus. And that's what we talked about pregame. Have a little bit of a pass game. Show a little bit of that. That should open up run game. Pass completion there. Good pass from Chase to Landon Kaus on that.
First down. Ball's on about the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. Twins out left and right. Snap to Roeder. Hands it off to Fouts. Rolls right, then back up the middle. He goes on his feet, driving forward. Oh, he's open. Going to the 10. Touchdown, Fouts.
Touchdown, Riley Fouts. He was popped in there and popped out. Looked like he was stopped, but Riley with that second effort just kept his legs moving and took off for the goal line. What a way to go. A 33-yard touchdown round for Riley Fouts.
Bounced off a couple of defenders, and right up the middle he goes for the touchdown.
Great run there by Riley. That's your all-district running back. How about that for your first handoff of the season, huh?
And we have back Dawson Bond for the extra point attempt for the Tigers. Snap. Kicks away. Extra point is good for the Tigers. And the Tigers lead now 7-0 with about 9.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. We'll be right back after these messages.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Welcome back. Russ Bender Field, 9.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Tigers lead 7-0. Little pass, handed off up the middle, and the Tigers are in for a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what you want, a little balanced offense there. Tigers scoring within 3 plays. Great job to get the offensive going here early in the season. And, maybe a little bit of flip the script here this year, maybe some long plays by the Tigers. But this is a long way to go here. Bulldog teams are an explosive team. But a good start here for the Tigers tonight.
Yeah, it's still early in the first quarter, Matt. A lot can happen here, but a nice start for the Tigers. I'm sure Nordine's happy with that.
And we'll see what we do here. Of course, Red Oak kicked off the game. They did a squib kick. Let's see if that's part of their game plan here to squib or whether they're going to kick long here on this kickoff. But
who do we have back to receive there for the Bulldogs?
We got Aiden Bell back for the Bulldogs.
And Jackson Gordon?
I believe so.
Is that right?
Hard to see with those numbers. Some of those
They
numbers
are.
are small. We're getting old.
I
And
think
the
that
numbers
they get
are getting smaller.
every year,
Yeah.
Matt. Every year the numbers get a bit smaller.
They need big print for us older guys.
And turn and face the press box.
Yes.
Kicks away down the middle. That will be Bell with it. Up the field he goes to about the 30-yard line. 35. Had a little space, and then he's just drilled. Whew.
Dawson made the kick, and Dawson made the tackle there.
I mean, stuck him.
Yeah, he was coming through the hole there, and all of a sudden there was Mr. Bond right in there and planted him on the turf. But a good return for the Bulldogs. They're going to have good field position at their 34-yard line to start their second offensive series here against the Tigers.
Yep, ball's on the 34-yard line, as Matt said. 1st and 10. Here we go.
One guy I'm excited to see here is Jack Schmedke, number 34, their linebacker in there. He just looks like a linebacker. I'll tell you, watch this kid tonight, Aaron. I think he's going to be a playmaker, making some defensive plays out for the Tigers.
He has that build about him, doesn't he? And snap, hands it off up the middle. That is to Gordon on his feet, but makes it back to the line of scrimmage, Matt. Maybe a yard.
Good tackle there from Cole Thornton coming down from his left defense end slot, sliding down that line and getting him on the turf for a short gain. Job there by the Tigers.
And
Tigers staying in that 3-4. Out here, we got some new positions. Jack Kling now, remember, switched over from safety this year. Aaron, he's in that cornerback slot out there, and they've got Berggren and Adam Byer back at the safety spots along with Chase Roeder. So Bulldogs taking some time here in the huddle.
Taking quite a bit of time.
They're going to have to hustle if they're going to get this play off.
8:47 to play in the first. Tigers lead 7-0.
I don't think they're going to get it off.
Nope, they didn't get that off, but they let them.
They're going to call timeout. Riverside gets a timeout.
We're going to take that with them, and we'll be back. Red Oak leads 7-0. 8:40 to play in the first.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For a chance to win 3 Iowa Hawkeye football tickets for the October 29th game.
The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring positions available: seasonal general labor, seasonal night crew. All seasonal positions have the opportunity to become full-time positions. They're looking for hardworking team members who are dependable with a positive attitude, committed to being at work on time every day, working in a fast-paced environment, and flexible open schedule. Apply at the Red Oak Greenhouse at 401 West Cuba Street in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring
and keeps it up around the right side and picks up enough for the first down, Matt, on that play.
Yeah, not about a 10-yard run there. Just took the ball off the right side and outraced some Tiger defenders. Got a first down at that Riverside 45, moving the chains.
So ball's on the 45-yard line. As Matt said, in the moving the chains, we're going to get set and get at it again here. So, but a good start for the Tigers.
They say Riverside's pretty inexperienced in their backfield. They got a good set of offensive line there. We'll see that. I think that key position will be defensive line of Tigers and offensive line of Riverside.
Ball snap, hands it off.
Gordon here.
Gordon around the left side, but he's brought down, gains about a yard or two on the play.
Good stick there by Thornton and Klingon on that tackle here. Cole did not give up that corner on that defensive end. He pinched that in and kept that runner from busting outside, turned it inside, and they able to get him on the ground for a second down here in about 8.
Ball's on the 47-yard line. 2nd and 8. 8:08 to play in the first. 7-0. Red Oak leads Riverside.
Already looking at the difference between this year and last year, Riverside's tempo is much slower offensively last year with that senior quarterback. I mean, they went at a much faster pace than they are here. So that's one noticeable difference between this year and last year's Riverside's team I see right off the bat.
Player in motion, back in the backfield, hands it off to a
little
reverse there to
busted.
Moore. Moore's up the field, slips down at about the 35-yard line.
Good little play there by Riverside. Yeah, misdirection handoff there, Aaron, and Moore busted out. Tavon Moore, their sophomore, gets about a 20-yard gain there.
Yeah, and moves the chains, and the Bulldogs have a little bit going here now, a little momentum. 7:42 to.
Coach Frane's been around a while. He's got some, like we talked about earlier, these coaches have, first game of the year, you can put some surprises on the other team because they don't have anything on tape with you. So we'll see some more of that from both teams later on in this game, I think.
Ball's on the 35. Back in the backfield, you have a receiver to the right, 2 backs in the backfield, player in motion. Up the middle, and not much there. Yeah. Gordon with the ball loses a couple maybe on the play.
And that's a big tackle in there by Dante Backham in there, shooting the gap from his linebacker spot, dropping him for a 2-yard loss there.
7 minutes to play in the first. Red Oak leads 7-0. Ball's on now the 37. Thanks to everyone for listening. We appreciate it. Thanks to those who are watching on our YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube and watch if you wish.
7-0 Red Oak, 6:48 to go here in the first quarter. And like I said, the Bulldogs really being methodical here in their huddle. They're going to have to hustle again here to get to the line.
6 seconds on the clock there. Twins out to the left, back in the backfield. Snap. Hands it off to Moore again. Moore makes it really about back to the line of scrimmage, or to the first down marker there. And
Byron Bond in there on that tackle there. And Red Oak Tiger Jacob Egress was playing that nose tackle position, really moved that line there, allowing the linebackers to flow. And that's really what you want from that nose tackle, to take up a couple players at that position to free those linebackers up to be able to flow to the ball. And Jacob did a good job there. That's a big 3rd down. Might be 2-down territory here for the Bulldogs. They don't get it here on this 35-yard line of Red Oak.
3rd and 10, 9 seconds on the clock. Twins out left and right, back in the backfield. Moore's in the backfield, right beside the quarterback. Steps back. Jepson looked down the field to the left. Out to the left and is tapped. I think maybe was that tapped by the Red Oak player?
Yeah, Byron might have gotten a hand on that, but the pass is wide. It's going to be a 3rd and 10. Let's see what the Bulldogs do here. If they go for it, they're going to punt. Looks like they might be bringing their punting team here. They might, and this is a kind of an area of the field where I think the Tigers need to play it straight up, Aaron, because it could have a little, what did Hayden Fry call them, exotics here? You know, this might be a good side of the field to do a little
razzle-dazzle.
But let's see if they punt away here.
And looks like they're going to. Punts away. And Tigers going to let it roll.
In the end zone.
5:39 to play in the first. Red Oak leads 7-0.
Red Oak will take possession on their 20 for their second offensive series here tonight. And like I say, we'll be watching the early season games, Aaron. It's really important to watch the offensive, defensive lines, because as much as you practice, you need that game experience to really meld and gel together. And
game speed, game time, absolutely.
Yeah, and Red Oak's got a really solid offensive line, and it'll be interesting to watch these guys. And, of course, we know Red Oak has the talented skill players.
Rotorback takes the shotgun snap, pitches out to Kling. Woods.
Braden Woods, a little out pass there from Chase to a little quick pass. That's what, like, not a lot of step back, just get it, boom, hit your guy and tuck it up there, get 3 or 4 yards.
Yep, it's 2nd and about 8, 5:22 to play, 2nd and about 8. The ball's on the, about the 25-yard line or so?
Not a big game, but showing pass. That's important for the Tigers offense.
23-yard line.
Opens up the playbook a little bit on your 2nd down call here.
You got Twins out left and right. Fouts in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Fouts bounces off, rolls up the middle, and not much there.
Good job there by the Bulldogs defensive line. Mr. Messerschmidt was in on that. We know him from last year, and he's a heck of a player, and he got back in that backfield quickly and shut down Mr. Fouts on that one. No touchdown run there for Riley Fouts.
7-0. Red Oak leads, 4:45 to play in the first. Ball remains on about the 22-yard line. Twins out to the trips out to the right. Fouts in the backfield. Shotgun snap to Rotor. Rolls right. Looking down the field. He's going to be wrapped up there by Moore.
Yeah, good job there again by Messerschmidt and Moore. And Chase kind of rolled out. Didn't see anything. That's okay. Take a sack. Don't turn that ball over. And the worst thing you do is you punt the ball away here. You don't want to turn over down that in the field. So nothing going there for the Tigers in that offensive series. Good job by the Bulldogs defensively.
Yep, Tigers are going to punt it away. Looks like we have for the Bulldogs back. It's going to be
Aiden Bell. Braden Woods with the kicking for the Tigers. He gets off a good one.
Wait, look at that.
That could threaten Carter Bruce's state record.
Back to the 28 yard line, on his feet still, and brought down at about the 35-yard line.
And I do not kid. We do have a state record holder in our booth here.
He's right over there.
The
absolutely.
Longest punt in the
record.
history of the state of Iowa high school. Carter Bruce.
A state record.
As it is right now, 96 yards. That might even be an NFL record.
Ball's on the 35-yard line.
Third.
What did he say? Second in the nation. National. He is a I mean,
he didn't even realize that until I told him that 3 years ago.
He is a national, recognized nationally.
He'll be signing autographs at halftime. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 35.
Jepson back. Takes it, hands it off up the middle. It's Gordon.
Couple yards
Gordon,
there.
Yep, gains a couple.
Looks like Schmidtke in on the tackle. Dante Bockham in there on the tackle.
It's 3.5 minutes to play in the first. Red Oak leads 7-0. Ball's on the 37-yard line.
Tigers going with that same. Tigers going a little bit more of a linebacker set here, it looks like now. Going to a single set back safety. That'd be Brighton Bergen in the safety spot.
2 backs there by the quarterback. Look at that. And then the receiver left and right.
Going to have a timeout here. Riverside with their second timeout.
I don't know if Riverside, we'll take that with them. Red Oak leads 7-0, 3:07 to play in the first.
The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring positions available: seasonal general labor, seasonal night crew. All seasonal positions have the opportunity to become full-time positions. They're looking for hardworking team members who are dependable with a positive attitude, committed to being at work on time every day, working in a fast-paced environment, and flexible open schedule. Apply at the Red Oak Greenhouse at 401 West Cuba Street in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring.
I would rather be cool.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
By Bell.
Yeah, Aiden Bell just coming dragging across the field, and Jepson rolled out. Nice under control, little soft pass in there, and Bell goes up and brings it in for a first down at the 50-yard line.
Right on the 50-yard line.
Jepson, like I said, he played wide receiver last year, and they switched him over to quarterback. He's a heck of an athlete. You know, it's kind of pick your poison, because I remember when he was at wide receiver slot, he was a big frame wide receiver, and now he's a tall, lanky quarterback this year.
Out to the right. Jepson's going to take the shotgun snap. Rolls out to the right. Looking down the field. Down the field. Kind of floats it over the head. Tries to get over the head of the Tigers. Falls incomplete. Intended to Oliver.
Good coverage out there by Brandon Hernandez. He did a good job. Brandon ran with the runner and then turned at the right time. And that's a tough thing to do as defensive back ender, to turn and look for the ball. Brandon did a good job of that. It was right there to break up that pass.
2.5 minutes to play in the first. Red Oak leads 7-0. Ball still on the 50-yard line. 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 50. More of a methodical, slower pace, I would say, Matt.
We got some early scores here. Shenandoah up on Mo Valley 7-0 in the first quarter.
Creston over Clarinda 7-0. Over to the right side it goes, and he's going to be brought down for a loss again. That was Salias with the ball.
Yeah, good job there. Hit pursuit by the defensive end, Cole Thornton again, keeping him from the inside, letting the linebackers flow in there. Dawson Bond coming in to clean up. Sets up a long 3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs here. Other scores we have, Creston over Clarinda 7-0 first quarter. Exira 7, Grizzle 0 first quarter. Atlantic 7, Glenwood 0 first quarter scores.
And it's, like Matt said, about 3rd and 12. 2 minutes on the clock. Red Oak leads 7-0 in the first.
Bulldogs going twins out here on this one side. Tigers going to slide over in the slot coverage here. He's got room to run.
Looks down the field, and it's going to be received enough for a first down, I think.
Yeah. Again, it's kind of the same play they ran last time. Let's roll out and kind of get that receiver dragging across the middle there. Tigers going to come up on that flat pass a little bit. They're playing deep, and we talked about the Tigers not giving up big plays.
Which has happened the last couple of years with them.
Right, and you can tell, but it's by their defensive coverage. They're trying to keep everything in front of them, which prevents that. And the Bulldogs are shorting down their pass game, hitting those intermediate routes right now.
Here we go again. Ball's on about the 37-yard line.
Big third down convert there for Riverside.
Jepson, player in motion. Shotgun snap to Jepson, rolls back, looking down the field. Over the middle he goes. We're going to have a flag on the play.
Pass is completed. Could be a hold here, Aaron.
Hensley comes down with it.
It's got the feeling like it's a holding call. We'll see what happens. It looks like they're marching back. And that is the first penalty on the game.
And we're going to back it up a little bit here, Matt.
Penalty.
1:16 to play in the first. 7-0 is our score. Red Oak leads. After a quick start, getting points on the board quick, the Tigers kind of fallen into more of a routine here now.
Yeah, game settling a little bit here. Like I say, Tigers do not want to give up anything easy. They're keeping things in front of them here, and Riverside's
snap over the dumps it right, just a little short pass over the middle of Gordon. He's going to be brought down though. Still no gain on the play.
The Tigers are coming. A good job there.
Jepson was scrambling on that play.
Yeah, and Tigers snuffed that out. Brighton Bergen in on the tackle along with Dawson Bond. Tigers are, when they tackle, they're wrapping well and getting them on the ground. I have not seen a lot of missed tackles yet. So good job by defense. I believe it is
second and
should
20.
Be. Is it?
What is?
Should be third down. I think. Is it, guys? Is it third down?
45 seconds on the clock. They have a long way to go. About 25 yards or so. 23 yards.
Hey, do we have third down?
30 seconds. Shotgun snap back to Jepson. Over the middle he goes and comes down with it. Still not enough to move the chains.
Yeah, Jepson.
Who is that in the middle there that got that? Oliver with the reception.
Yeah, Jepson's really doing a good job. He stands back in that pocket, man, on that particular one, and he let it rip there and picked up some yards, but still it's going to be a third and about
15,
16 yards. They may just let this clock run here.
10 seconds. Yeah, I believe they're going to. That's going to do it for the first quarter. They're just going to let it run out. Red Oak leads 7-0 at the end of one. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this.
Empire Construction and Trenching has served Southwest Iowa, Northwest Missouri, and Southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Our sponsors, make note of our sponsors and let them know you appreciate it, making it possible for us to be here. Tigers lead at the end of one, Matt.
7-0, yeah, absolutely. Big crowd up at Stadium 34 watching the game tonight.
Thanks to those
Cheering
folks.
on the
Hey, and we're
Tigers.
going to have, after that, by the way, okay, a couple of things. Make note of our sponsors. If you want to watch the game, Matt, hey, listen to it. We love that.
Right.
Go over to our YouTube channel, search for KCSI Radio on YouTube, and you can watch it there. And then after the game, go to Stadium 34.
We'll have our post-game
We're gonna have our
scoreboard show.
post-game.
Absolutely.
Thanks to Stadium 34.
All night football.
That should be a lot of fun.
So big third down play here for the Tigers defensively, trying to get a hold here on the Bulldogs.
You got twins out to the left, receiver in the, back in the backfield. Jepson rolls out to the left, looks down the field, over the middle he goes, and it's complete.
Good. I think I'm going to say he's got it caught, and let's see where they mark him.
It's close to the first down. I don't think they're not giving him.
Well, it's close enough that they're going to go for it even if they're short. But, again, Jefferson rolling out, and it's that intermediary route. He's not looking deep. That receiver's dragging across from the other side of the field. And a great pass there, and the Bulldogs have found something there in the pass game. It's going to shut up a fourth and about half a yard here, Aaron?
Yeah, it's close. Tigers are struggling with that, like you said, that intermediate pass play.
We'll see.
Twins out to the right. Jepson's back, two backs either side of Jepson. Fakes it, keeps it, And he's going to be short. He's short.
If the mark is where it should be, he's going to be short. Now, Coach Frain's over there arguing where he should be. It all depends on the spot, but
Let's spot it.
But they're going to say he's short, and
they're short. Yep, Tigers are going to take over.
No, that's an unconventional way to get the ball back. They let him on a 3rd and 14 get down there, but the Tigers did hold on a 4th down stop.
11.5 minutes or 11:13 to play in the second now. Red Oak leads 7-0, and Red Oak takes over on downs here.
Make a note of that. That's a big stop there defensively by the Tigers. They get a 4th and 1 stop for defensively, and it gets the offense back out on the field.
Ball's on the 29-yard line, it looks like. In motion, Twins out left and right. Hands it off to Tigers. Not much gain. In fact, maybe a lost Kaus with carrying the ball there.
Good job in there by one of those senior linebackers for Riverside, J.J. Wilson, turning Kaus back inside, didn't let him get outside, and dropped him for a 3-yard loss. So Tigers trying to get that jet sweep going with some of that speed that Coach Nordine talked about.
2nd and about 12 now. Roeder back at quarterback. You got Twins out left and right. Fouts in the backfield. Shotgun snap comes to Roeder. Hands it off to Fouts. He rolls to the right, then back up the middle. Turns it up the middle, still on his feet. Gains about 5 or 6 on the play, but it's going to bring up about
a 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, yeah.
Riley has a tremendous ability to plant that foot and make a hard cut. And he was heading toward the other sideline, planted that foot and got north and put his head down, picked up a tough 4 or 5 yards on that to give the Tigers a little bit of a chance here on a 3rd down, make it somewhat a manageable 3rd down, about 3rd and 7, as they're at their own 32-yard line. Let's see what Coach Nordine calling the offensive plays this year. Let's see what Coach Nordine dials up.
You got kind of a different looking set here for the Tigers. You got 3 backs. Roeder rolls out to the left, keeps it, but he's going to be brought down. Really no gain on that play. Maybe a loss of 2 or 3, actually.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was a good job in there by the freshman Wyatt Bell, getting inside there, his guy, and get some backfield pressure to put Roeder on the ground. So good young player there, Wyatt Bell, 5'10", 210-pounder.
9.5 minutes to play in the half. Red Oak leads 7-0.
We had talked about Red Oak's defensive line, Riverside's offensive line, conversely the other way around, and that's really these early games.
High punt, no distance on that at all. Bounces. It's going to be picked up there.
Gets a favorable roll.
4.
But the game has settled in, and the Bulldogs will start 1st and 10 from their 45-yard line, Aaron. So, both teams kind of settled in here. Let's see if Red Oak makes defensive adjustments. Like I say, I think Red Oak's really consciously trying to keep Riverside contained, willing to give up some of those little bit of those intermediary passes. Jefferson's done a good job rolling right, rolling left. They haven't got much of a ground game. The Tigers have pretty much been able to control that ground game to this point so far.
Twins out to the right, back with Jepson. Grady Jepson, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. Player in motion.
Moore.
Hands it off. Moore up the middle. Keeps it. Rumbles up. Gains about 9 on the play. It's going to be.
Yeah, and that might be one of their better rushes right there, in fact, of the game. But that's what happens. You get a little bit of pass game going, so you start thinking pass run, and then you bust them with the run inside there. Good little run there by Moore.
The Bulldogs certainly seem to have settled in here late in that first quarter, now into the second quarter, Matt. They seem to have settled into a good rhythm for them offensively.
Yeah, and they're hitting, like I say, they're showing a good mix here. They've got some receivers, and Jepson's done a really good job at quarterback so far.
Jepson's going to take the shotgun snap. Moore in motion again. Through his hands, Moore falls on it in the backfield.
And there's a bad snap from the center, and that really hurts. That's going to push him back and create a 3rd and 10 here, about 3rd and 12. And, a simple thing, but the exchange from center to quarterback, whether it's under center or a snap, if you don't have that, nothing else can happen.
That's where it starts. So we're going to have a 3rd and about 9, 8:06 to play in the half.
Riverside's been pretty successful on 3rd down conversions here so far in the game, especially some long conversions here.
Ball's on the 43-yard line.
Tigers are playing a little bit 3-4. Let's see if the Tigers bring a little bit of heat. It doesn't the outside.
Jepson.
The rollout. Here we go over the middle. He's right there
over the
again.
middle, and there it is again.
Yeah,
it's going to be received by Salias and enough for the first down. That's what you're commenting. They've had success on those third downs.
They're just sitting right there, and they're finding that gap in between the safety and the defensive back and settling in there. And Tigers have got to be able to recognize that on their pass defensive coverage. They got to be able to pick up that. Tigers are playing mostly zone type of secondary, looks like. And Jepson's just kind of finding that spot there. Another third down conversion for Riverside.
Yep, ball's on the 41-yard line now. 7.5 minutes to play in the half, 7-0. Remember in Coach Nordin's interview talking about the defense that bends but doesn't break. They haven't given up the touchdown
so far,
yet.
That's been the case. We'll see what happens. There's going to be a
timeout on the court.
Timeout Riverside.
We're going to take that with them. 7:19 to play in the half. Red Oak leads 7-0. We'll be back after this.
I need some.
Upgrade to winning internet speeds and switch to Western Iowa Networks. With Western Iowa Networks' blazing fast internet speeds, you can say bye-bye to buffering. You'll never have to worry about lagging while gaming with your friends. You'll catch every word your professor says during your online classes, and you won't lose connection during your work meetings. Sounds like a winning game plan to me. So make the switch today and join the winning team, Western Iowa Networks.
We'll bring it back here after this. All right. Yeah, Jepson rolls out to the right, looking over the middle again, and it's going to be received. And I tell you what, great job by the Bulldogs.
Good pass completion there to Hayden Hensley, a senior, but Jepson has been on the money, and I tell you, he's really on target tonight, and that was a good pass in a tight coverage. Bond just missed getting a hand on it, but moving the chains again for the Bulldogs. They're driving on Tigers now on the 27-yard line, 28-yard line of the Tigers.
Yeah, Jepson just zipped that right in there, Matt.
Yeah, he's very good on the rollouts, right or left, and able to hit his target.
So 1st and 10, ball's on the 28-yard line. You got Jepson, player in motion now. Going in motion, Salias. Jepson, off the middle it goes, up the middle, hit hard. Is that Hensley again carrying the ball?
Yeah, and everything seems to be working for the Bulldogs now. They've kind of got the Tigers defensively on their heels here as we're moving right on down the field.
2nd and about 5. 6.5 minutes to play in the half. Ball's on the 21-yard line.
Yeah, they got the Tigers kind of on their heels a little bit between the pass and run there. We noticed they got a little bit of rush game going now because the Tigers are playing on that pass game. We'll see the Tigers get some pressure here.
Twins out to the left. Jepson's going to take the shotgun snap. Moore goes in motion, hands it off to Moore up the middle. He's got some room, got some space, but he's going to be brought down. Didn't quite get the first down, but he's really close to it, maybe half a yard from it.
Yeah, he had a good hold there. Adam Byer came in quickly from his linebacker spot to close it, but it's going to set up a 3rd and 1 here for the Bulldogs. The ball is at the 19-yard line of Red Oak because the Bulldogs are methodically grinding this ball down the field on the Tigers. And we talked, if it's first game, it's a nice weather conditions, not overly hot, but conditioning is a play here. These guys have not played, so this defense has been on the field a long time here for the Tigers in this first half.
Jepson's going to take the shotgun snap, hands it off to Gordon up the middle. He goes, still kind of rumbles for it. He's going to get the first down, I believe. Still, now it's blown dead.
First down, yeah. Bulldogs have first down at the 16 on the Tigers.
5:20 to play in the half. 7-0 Red Oak leads. Moving the chains now. Ball's on the, what is that, Matt? About the 16-yard line. Tigers 16.
Yeah, Tigers defense a little bit on their heels. I see a little bit of tired defenders. They've been out there quite a bit. See if the Tigers can make a stay in here and keep the Bulldogs out of the end zone.
Snap to Jepson. He keeps it, rolls out left, right over, dumps it.
Picked off.
Still on his feet, brought down.
Adam
Byer.
Or no, it's Brandon Hernandez.
Brandon Hernandez, yep.
I believe
it is Hernandez.
Brandon Hernandez right there with the tip ball. picking one off for the Tigers, saving them right there as the Bulldogs moving down. Good job by Hernandez.
And the Bulldogs had a great drive going, and the Tigers come in. Hernandez comes away with the ball for the Tigers. Tigers take over now. 4:53 to play in the half. 7-0.
Yeah,
Red Oak leads.
I think it's time to get Riley Fouts going. They need to get a little run game going here. Red Oak should be get a little run game here. They got a pretty decent offensive line. Let's see if they can establish a little bit of run game, take a little time off this clock, at least advance the ball down the field to change the field position, if nothing else, here on this drive.
4:53 to play. Here we go.
And you can see Riverside stacking the box right now on the Tigers.
Roeder keeps it. He's going to be tied up and brought down for a loss. Pretty big loss.
Yeah, in fact, you can see Riverside, they're stacking right there. They brought up in a run blitz almost there on the Tigers, and Tigers are going to have to do a little roll action, try to get outside. Messerschmidt is doing a fabulous job in their nose guard.
4.5 minutes to play. Roeder with the
fumble on the
and
ground. I think
Tigers
fell
on it. Yeah.
Chase was rolling out there under pressure. Ball got on the ground, but Chase was able to fall on top of it.
Now it's just 3rd and about 20 for the Tigers.
But the Tigers are backed up here, and this is a position on this type of field where you're down here by your end zone. You don't want to turn the ball over. If you can get some little yardage back, that'd be great, but do not turn the ball over here.
And that's not going to happen. Roeder, you got receivers out left and right. Fouts in the backfield. Roeder keeps it, rolls left, open. Got the receiver.
There it is.
Bond to the 50, 40, to the 35, to the 25, 20, 10, and we're going to have a touchdown.
Touchdown, Tigers. My goodness gracious.
85 yards.
I tell you what, Chase took a shot with that. He rolled out, and Dawson Bond kind of was, I wouldn't say it was a perfect spiral, but it was a good enough of a spiral, and Dawson collects it and goes 85 yards to the house for a touchdown.
3.5 minutes, 3:36 to play now. Red Oak leads 13-0. Big play by the Tigers.
You know, it'll be whatever it was, an 85-yard pass, and 20 years from now, Chase will say, I threw a dart 30 yards down the field. But
that's how that happens.
But Chase did a good job rolling out there under pressure and getting it off, and that's
Bond
what you got to do.
did a nice job of reeling that in, too,
Absolutely.
and collecting it.
Absolutely.
Bond back for the extra point here. No, it's going to be, I think, partially blocked and no good.
Nothing there.
Red Oak leads 13-0 with 3:35 to play in the half, and we'll be back after this. Back. Big play by the Tigers, 13-0. Red Oak leads 3:35 to play in the half. Big turn of events there for the Tigers.
Yeah, so Riverside was driving in for a potential game-tying touchdown. They turned the ball over interceptions, and then Red Oak goes 85 yards on a pass play from Chase Roeder to
after being backed
Dawson
up
Bond.
on a couple of losses. Bond boots it away. No, little
Pooch kick. I think
and
the Tigers got
fall on it. I think the Tigers have it.
You betcha. A little planned pooch kick there from Dawson Bond, and I can't see who landed on it. Looks like it's number 52. Who we got on number 52, Aaron?
We have at number 52,
Kyle Westover.
Kyle Westover.
Falls on that ball for the Tigers. So Tigers
perfectly executed by the Tigers.
Absolutely. Onside kick, so the Tigers are set up again here. On the
Tigers ball, about the 40-yard line.
40-yard line Riverside, so they're right back at it offensively here.
Okay, here we go again. Receivers out left and right.
Looks like Coach is going to
call
timeout here.
Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 3:35 to play in the half. We're going to be right back after these messages. Red Oak leads 13-0.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We're throwing elbows. There's popcorn over there, too. Hey, at the end of the first, it's Shenandoah over Missouri Valley, 7-0. Creston over Clarinda, 7-0. This is at the end of one. Martindale St. Mary's over Stanton, 8-6. It is Exira over Griswold, 7-0. And Atlantic leads 7-0 over Glenwood. Rotor back, you got twins out left and right. Fouts in the backfield. Rotor steps back. Down the field he goes, airs it out again.
Braden Woods.
Woods is there, but it was close, but it's not there.
Yeah, you got that big target, Braden Woods. You can just throw up there and go for a jump and catch. And Braden's a tall kid, but couldn't quite bring that down. But a good look there down the field.
And at the end of the first, it was Southwest Valley and Central Decatur 0-0. Sydney leads Wayne 7-0. Bedford over Lamona 15-0. That's at the end of one.
Bedford's a good team this year. They really came on last year. Here we go, 2nd and 10, Rotor. Shotgun snap.
Looks down the field again. Rotor on his feet, keeps it, scrambles up the middle. Got a little space. Doesn't get the first down, but picks up probably 6 or 7 on the play.
Great job there by Chase. He's
scrambling.
Dropped back, didn't see his receiver. Stepped up, avoided a tackler, tucked his head down and picked up some solid yards. Took a loss and made it a gain and sets up a 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. They're going fast.
Twins out left and right. Back at it again here now quickly. Fouts in the backfield. There's Rotor to Fouts up the middle. Bounces out to the left. On his feet. Jukes still on his feet.
Look at that.
Forward. It's Fouts on his feet still to about the 15. Rumbling forward. Fouts still fighting. He's out of bounds at about the 10.
I'll tell you what.
Wow.
If that doesn't tell you what Riley Fouts is all about, I don't know. But that is a tremendous run for about 20-some-odd yards. And the Tigers, I think, are going to what Coach Nordine has called a NASCAR offense here, Aaron, where they go fast and they go quick. They're lined up, and they want to get plays off within 10 seconds. The Tigers are lined up already again on the 20-yard line.
You got trips out to the left, a single receiver to the right, Fouts in the backfield. 2:51 to play in the half. Shotgun snap comes to Rotor. Goes to the right, and it's
almost
just batted loose.
Try to go to corner fade to Woods. Could not bring it down. Good defense back there by the Bulldogs, but Tigers are really going fast here offensively.
Ball's on about the 12-yard line here, Matt. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Riley looks a little bit gassed there. That was a tremendous run for 20-plus yards as he just refused to go down.
2:46 to play in the half. Red Oak leads 13-0. Again, twins out left and right. Fouts in the backfield. Player in motion. Hands it off to Kaus. Comes around the left side. He's going to be met and loses a couple on it.
Good tackle in there by J.J. Wilson, senior linebacker. He saw that coming all the way. Helped there again from that freshman, Wyatt Bell. Really impressed with Wyatt Bell in that defensive line position for Riverside tonight. He's been in a lot of tackles.
2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Red Oak leads 13-0. Lost a couple, so it's 3rd and about 15 or so.
Really impressed tonight. Red Oak's been able to get passing game going, get some yardage out of that pass game. So critical for the Tigers to show that balance. Here we go, double wides each side.
Snap back to Rotor. Rolls, passes out to the left. Over the middle. It's
Good
going
catch.
to reels it in there somehow.
It's going to be just short, but a nice catch there by Braden Woods coming in off that slot.
That was a nice job to get that in by Woods.
Rotor rolled out, but found Woody coming across the middle. And Woody hauled it in, got tackled. He's going to be short. It's going to 4th and 5. Let's see if the Tigers are going to kick. Are they going to go for it here? Looks like they're going to line up and they're going to go for it here.
5-minute 43 to play in the half.
Let's see if the Tigers go to a hard count. This would be a good time to do a hard count, Aaron.
We're gonna regroup here. One more time. Huddle up, fellas.
Tigers going to run that clock down, I think, a little bit, Aaron. Take as much time off they can. So if they don't get in here, don't give Riverside. But we'll see if they go hard count here. 4 seconds ago. Timeout here. Timeout.
At the end of the first, Exira leads Griswold 28-0.
You know, Coach Wallace up there's got a young team. It's I don't know if you know this. Got 28 players out. 4 of them are seniors, And he has, I think, 2 juniors. The rest are freshmen and sophomores. Griswold got a big win last year to end the season. So Coach Walsh got that program going the right way, but they're against a really good Exira team
They're
tonight.
doing a lot of good things to build that program.
Yeah.
They got a weight program that's going well.
Absolutely.
Well-attended, a lot of enthusiasm there.
Absolutely. And those young players, I mean, even though you may not get those W's and it's a year, the experience they get builds. Yeah, absolutely. We've seen that here right with Coach Nordine. So, tough team, Exira. Griswold will put some W's on the board this year.
Minute 23 to play in the half. 13-0. Red Oak leads. We're going for some
and we're going to go for a kick. We are going for a field goal attempt here now.
Going for the field goal.
It's going to be about a 26-yarder. Looks like Riverside might have been offsides. This is going to be, I think it curves in. I think, it's good.
It's good.
You bet.
And it's 16-0. Red Oak leads. Minute 23 to play in the half, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Tigers 16, Bulldog.
The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring positions available: seasonal general labor, seasonal night crew. All seasonal positions have the opportunity to become full-time positions. They're looking for hardworking team members who are dependable with a positive attitude, committed to being at work on time every day, working in a fast-paced environment, and flexible open schedule. Apply at the Red Oak Greenhouse at 401 West Cuba Street in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring.
Make note of our sponsors and let them know that you appreciate it, making it possible for us to be here. Without them, we couldn't be here, Matt, and we want to say thanks to them for making it possible. 16-0, Red Oak leads. Minute 23 to play in the half.
Let's see what Roke does on a kickoff here. They've squib kicked it. They've done an onside kick. They kicked it long. Let's see what goes down here on this kickoff return. I imagine they'll play it straight up and kick it deep here.
Bond back to kick once again now for the Tigers.
Bell and Gordon back for the Bulldogs.
Here, Bond is underway. He boots this one away.
It's going to be taken by Bell.
Bell heads it up the field. He's going to be chased down. No real big gain on the play, but that's about the 15-yard line or so.
Good coverage there, and that's number 52. Kyle Westover making a big special teams play. Kyle is having himself a night. He's got that onside recovery. He might be in line for special teams player of the week. I don't know if they have such a thing. We'll have to talk to Coach Dean after the game.
Do they have one of those big chains or something?
They should have some special team
things.
Players don't get enough
recognition.
We need to have a special team player of the week. Mr. Westover be in the running for that for sure. Here we go.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Bulldogs at their own 16-yard line.
Receivers out to the right. Back in the field, Jepson hands it off up the middle. Rolls out to the left side. That's Gordon carrying the ball.
Tackled in there by Hernandez and Brighton Bergman in there. Brighton's an interesting story. If you know Brighton, his older brother, what's his older brother's name?
Thanks, Baylor. Oh, are you serious, Matt?
Baylor, but he did not follow his brother Baylor's footsteps to continue in the cross-country edition, made the transfer over to football and doing a heck of a job. Sorry about that, Baylor. Forgot your name.
Gosh. Jepson takes it over to the left side. He goes with it. And
incomplete,
I think. 40 seconds and ticking here.
Well, I thought it was incomplete. Yeah, incomplete, I think. 3rd down here.
Thanks to everyone watching online. We appreciate it.
Tiger just want to keep everything in front of them here, not give up anything silly. We're 38 seconds ago, getting that locker room, feeling good with that 16-0 lead.
39 seconds on the clock. Red Oak leads 16-0. Like Matt said, it's 3rd and about 7.
Yeah, and I'm sure when you go into halftime, Coach Nordine assistants in there will be talking over that first half. I mean, it's hard to be critical of a team that hasn't given up any points, but they do need to look on that pass game a little bit that Riverside was effective on.
And up the middle, I think that's Moore again, kind of rumbling forward. Is that correct? And get a number here. Or was that Gordon? No, it's Moore. Taven Moore. He's
just a sophomore, I think.
Yeah, so he kind of rumbles. He's kind of a thicker kid and rumbles when he moves up the field.
Between Gordon and Moore, they got a good lot of young, good running backs. They're just freshman, sophomore, but you can tell they've got some talent.
22 seconds on the clock here. Jepson got Moore rolling out to the right. Jepson
on the ground, fumble.
The Tiger, nope.
I think Tigers have it.
Tigers fall on it.
I think
and
Tigers got it.
Tigers
betcha.
have it. 14 seconds on the clock.
Cole Thornton falling on that ball. Tigers got something to they're in business here 14 seconds ago. They've got one timeout left. So Coach Nordine, let's see what he does here.
And we're kicking it around here just a little bit.
Cole Thornton on that fumble recovery for Red Oak with 14 seconds ago. That are at the 24 3-yard line. I think that would be within Dawson's Bond's field goal range, but they're going to try
to get range. Do you have any idea?
I think he can get out about 40. So, but they're going to try to get a play in here. You don't want to take a sack, get some positive yards, and get a quick timeout.
Twins out left and right. Roeder will take the shotgun snap. Fouts in the backfield. Roeder rolls out, goes
going
left deep over the middle of Woods, and falls to the ground. 8 seconds on the clock.
Pass a little short. Woody did a good job actually coming back to bat that down and prevent an interception there. So the Tigers will look like they're going to try to kick here. I think they're going to try to kick. It looks like they're setting up for a kick. It's going to be about a.
This would be at the edge of Bond's range.
Yeah, it'd be about a 39-yarder from the right hash. Roeder will do the hold. There we go. Offsides right there.
Wait, and there's the flag. There's the flag. 9 seconds, 8.8 seconds on the clock.
That'll give an extra 5 yards here to help on the field goal. So move Dawson a little bit closer to those goal posts.
But like you say, though, the Bulldogs had some success, Matt, over the middle, that little 5 to 10-yard dump over the middle. And but according to Coach Nordine, like we said, it's bend but not break, and that's what the defense has done.
So here we go. Field goal attempt. This is going to be a 32-yarder.
It's up.
Kick is up.
Oh,
is it got enough? Hits the goal post.
Hits the post.
Wow. Just off the left goal post there. That's a doink.
Right off the goal post.
But he hit it well. Just hit that post.
4 seconds on the clock. Yeah, it had the length.
Yeah, Dawson's got a strong leg for sure.
That kid's strong all the way around.
Oh, absolutely.
And a competitor.
Yeah, he's a really good kid, too. You know, he's just a humble kid and hard worker and nothing but good things to say. And that's the type of leader you want on your football team, Aaron, a senior leader like Dawson Bond as well as some of these other seniors on this Red Oak Tiger team.
So Jepson will take the snap. There's 4 seconds on the clock, 4.2 seconds remaining in the half.
Let me take a knee.
And that's going to do it. Red Oak leads at half now 16-0 as we head into halftime here. And I would say a good performance by the Tigers in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked pregame, prevent the big play. Well, they did that and more by shutting them out. And then they kind of flipped the script. They got some big plays on Riverside, the 33-yard touchdown run from Riley Fouts, the 85-yard touchdown pass from Dawson Bond. And then they had I got them. We won't count the onside kick as a turnover, but they got 2 turnovers, a fumble recovery, an interception, and an onside kick. So they're doing it all phases, special teams, defensively, offensively, and a really good first half for the Red Oak Tigers.
We are going to take a break and catch our breath and try to get some stats if we can here to get some stats officially. We'll see.
We'll see.
If we can.
Well, not, we'll just make them up.
We can do that too. And we'll take a break and be right back after this. Again, make a note of our sponsors and let them know that you appreciate it, making it possible.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Drum Major, Griffin Eubank is the Tiger Marching Band.
Upgrade to winning internet speeds and switch to Western Iowa Networks. With Western Iowa Networks' blazing fast internet speeds, you can say bye-bye to buffering. You'll never have to worry about lagging while gaming with your friends. You'll catch every word your professor says during your online classes, and you won't lose connection during your work meetings. Sounds like a winning game plan to me. So make the switch today and join the winning team, Western Iowa Networks.
Oh, is it bad for diabetics?
It's bad for you. field. We are at halftime. Red Oak leads 16-0 at half. And Tigers playing pretty well in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't. I mean, shut out the other team. You got 16 points on the board. That's absolutely a good half. We do have some stats here. Mr. Jeff Gigstad is sending some stats here. Chase Roeder of Red Oak is 4 of 7, 124 yards, 1 TD. And the fact that there were 7 pass attempts. 4 of those completions, that's a good sign for Red Oak. Of those receptions, of course, one of them was, again, crediting Dawson with a 90-yard touchdown pass TD on that. So he has 1 pass reception for 90 yards. Landon Kaus has 1 reception for 19 yards. Braden Woods, 2 receptions for 15 yards. Field goals, Dawson Bonds 1 of 2 on field goals. Let's look at our tackle chart. Cole Thornton, Adam Bauer with 5 tackles on the night so far. Yeah. Jack Kling with 2.5 tackles. Cole Thornton, 2.5 tackles. Dante Bacham, 2.5 tackles. Dawson Bond with 5 tackles. A sack is credited to Brandon Hernandez. I had Adam Bauer for a sack as well, so I think he got 2 sacks. And like we said, Brandon Hernandez had an interception. Cole Thornton had a fumble recovery. And then Kyle Westover recovered that onside kick that Red Oak did, so I kind of consider that kind of a semi-turnover there. So that's what we have as far as first-half stats. I'm sure we've looked at Jefferson's stats. He's got probably over 100 yards passing as well as he's throwing the ball well in the first half. But I think the key there is big plays for Red Oak. Big plays offensively, big plays defensively, especially that interception I think down here where Riverside was driving for a chance to tie the game, Aaron. Red Oak's Hernandez intercepts the ball, and then the next play they bust that long pass play for a touchdown. That kind of has broke the game open a little bit.
Kind of shifted the momentum over to the Tigers for sure. We're going to take a quick break again. Say thanks to our sponsors. 10:20 remaining at half. Red Oak leads 16-0. We're going to have a quick legal ID, and we'll check in with a few of our sponsors and be back after this. With Gail, and to the thanks to her and all that they do for our community. Let me give you some halftime scores, Matt. Let me tell you what I know. We have a few games from around the region, so of course we're at halftime. Red Oak leads 16-0 after a fine first start to the season here, starting off good. Now Shenandoah leads Missouri Valley 27-8. You surprised by that?
No, absolutely. Shenandoah is going to be an improved team this year. Blake Harrell, of course, that Division I recruit down there. I'm sure he's having a big happen. And not surprised by that score.
We had the first quarter. I don't have halftime yet for Clarinda Creston, but Creston led at the end of first 7-0. And it was Martinsdale St. Mary leading Stanton 8-6 at the end of the first. I don't have the halftime score on that yet. At halftime, it's Exira over Griswold 35-0. We alluded to that earlier. And it is it's Glenwood leading Atlantic 27-14 at half.
Yeah, of course, Glenwood coming off that opening season loss to Sioux City East, and Caden Anderson, their quarterback, and that's a team that plays a really tough schedule, Glenwood Rams, every year, and they may not have that really good-looking record into the year, but gosh, they're a solid football team. And Atlantic has got a lot of kids out. I think they're up to 75 kids. Coach Brummer up there has a lot of kids out for an Atlantic team. So two old Hawkeye 10 rivals going at it there tonight.
And Melanie took my score sheet from
She took your score sheet?
Took my
She's probably updating it for you.
We're going to have some updated scores here. And but thanks to folks for listening. We appreciate it. If you're watching online, we appreciate it. Share that link. We have people watching from all over.
Hey,
Matt.
one thing I was kind of thinking since it's halftime here, I just thought we would do, kind of have a Red Oak Hall of Fame flashback. I always like to pick a little on a Hall of Famer in the past and give them a little bit of recognition and go back in the history archives. And
Hall of Famer?
Hall of Famer. And the person I want to focus on tonight, he was a class of 1976 graduate. He inducted into Red Oak High School Hall of Fame in 2008. He was a first-team all-conference football player, all-Southwest Iowa all-state football player, and honorable mention all-state in 1975. He set at the time the single-game rushing record in 1975 with 261 yards for the Tigers, and in that season he rushed for the single-season school record at that time of 1,119 yards. He was the second leading rusher in Iowa in Class 3A in 1975, a 3-year letter winner captain. That's Jim Boose. And for those folks who graduated in that mid-70s era, remember Jim Boose, heck of an athlete, great athlete on really good football teams with Jan Philby back in the era. And, of course, if you think of a Boose, you think of Mr. Avery Boose, a longtime Red Oak teacher and coach, but that's his son, Jim Boose. So look back, flashback, Hall of Famer Jim Boose, Red Oak Tiger, 1976.
Let me give you a couple more scores here, Matt, that we had. So it's Glenwood over Atlantic 29-14 is the halftime score. And actually the halftime score of Griswold Exira is 42-0. So we have an update.
Exira is a very good team.
And it is East Mills over Woodbine 20-14. It's in the second quarter. And Bedford leads Lamoni 38-0, last score we had there. So
yeah, that East Mills game is interesting because Coach Schaefer and Coach Lang over there in East Mills. I'm not sure who their quarterbacks under center. It might be Zach Thornburg, but again, Mason Krause, Ryan Stortenbecker, good solid players over there at East Mills team playing a really solid. Woodbine's always a solid football program. Of course, they don't have Lane Pryor up there anymore, but that would be a big win for East Mills if they could get that W to start the season out. And they were playing that game at Woodbine.
2-0.
I don't know if that's the score.
We'd have to see on that, double check that one. So that's where we're at, halftime. About 4 minutes remaining in half. Red Oak leads 16-0 here at half over the Riverside Bulldogs. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this. Liz.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Just try it.
halftime and just about ready for the second half here. Red Oak leads 16-0. Southwest Valley at half, Matt. 2-0. Southwest Valley leads Central.
2-0.
2-0. That's a close one.
Well, you sure that's not a baseball game?
Sounds like a baseball score, doesn't it?
Coach Donahue's team's over there in a defensive struggle.
They're battling over there.
Of course, they're replacing Southwest Valley's replacing Brendan Knapp, a 3-year starter there, so they have new quarterbacks. And that's not to say that's on quarterbacks, just that's part of the changeover when you do that.
And I know they have a huge younger class coming up at Southwest Valley.
But Coach Donahue, he's been through this before. It's not his first rodeo. He'll have that team playing good as they are now with the lead. Second half here for the Tigers, though, Aaron, I think the key, we looked at the beginning of the game, we talked about Red Oak having a balance to their offense. They've done that. We talked about not giving up the big play. They've certainly done that. Now here's the challenge, I think, for the second half. You're up. You're 16-0. You kind of control the game now, but now is not the time to let your foot off the pedal. And more importantly, this team, and as is Riverside, you haven't played a complete four-quarter game yet. Yep. So stamina and energy going in, especially in that fourth quarter, are going to be a big factor here. So this game is not by any means over by any stretch of imagination. Red Oak should get the ball here, I think, on that kickoff in the second half, so they'll have offensive series to go. But Red Oak needs to continue what they're doing. They did not turn the ball over, which I think is important for Red Oak, and they were able to generate some turnover. So we'll see if that continues here for the Tigers tonight as they're trying to get their season off with a win. It's been many years. I'll have to go check that tomorrow. 7 years it's been since they won their opening game this season.
Yep. So, and then on the other side of the ball, Riverside, they need to do what works, Matt, and they found a lot of success in the first half with that little 10-yard pass over the middle.
Yeah, you take away that interception, fumble, and the onside kick, I mean, those are big stoppers. Red Oak was not stopping them on a couple of those drives, but they were able to get turnovers. So I think if you're Riverside, you want to take care of the ball, not put it on the ground, continue what you're doing, trying to get something to go offensively. But Red Oak is not allowing that big play, and that's what we saw from the Red Oak side. They got some big plays. Red Oak really hasn't moved the ball well offensively, but they've hit big plays. So
thanks to everyone watching online. We appreciate it. Want to say thank you, and make note of our sponsors. And let them know you appreciate it. Now, if you want to watch the game, go over to our YouTube channel. You can watch the game.
Go over there and watch it. It's on. I know Stadium 34 has it on up there. There's a big crowd watching there, as well as other places throughout Red Oak and
we're going to have
the area.
And speaking of that, we're going to have a recap here is that halftime, Mel? Griswold. It's Exira over Griswold 48-0 at half. That's the latest update we have there. But we're going to have a wrap-up here.
Yep. We'll have a good scoreboard show afterwards. Yep. We'll cover the local area teams here and get you the finals on those and get the fans ready for – I guess tomorrow is kind of a semi-start to the college football season. You know, you've got the
if you're a Nebraska fan.
You've got Big Red going over to Dublin, Ireland to play the Northwestern Wildcats in the game. And I think Illinois plays – well, Coach Plank was sure to tell me. Coach Plank's a big Illinois fan.
I saw Coach
Illini fan. He was all over that telling me the Illini are playing tomorrow.
I saw him in the booth on the way in.
But, 1 year ago we were talking. I think this is a good moment to take a moment.
Yep.
1 year ago, you and I were in Riverside, Aaron, and it was around this halftime that we heard the tragic news about Corporal Deegan Page tragically being killed in Afghanistan. And as that went through the stadium that night, I think we made the actual announcement on the radio with that, and they had a moment of silence. But it's been 1 year ago today, and our thoughts and prayers are with the Page family, and he's a Red Oak kid. And
does that seem like a year ago?
It does not, but our thoughts and prayers with that family, and what a brave, heroic young man he is, and we'll never forget you, Corporal Page.
Matt, here we go. It's time for the second half. I do believe.
And it will be Tigers receiving the ball here.
Tigers will receive the ball.
These kickoffs now, I'm telling you, Aaron, a lot of crazy things happening here. Be ready to go.
Salias back to
kick for the
kick it away for the.
Looks like Byer, and they're going to go a little squib kick.
It's going to be picked up by the
Byer.
Tigers. Byer,
and he could go.
Oh, he's got the corner. He's got some space and still on his feet down to about the 35-yard line. Great job.
Boy, one thing about Adam Byer is when he does something, he does it 120%. And, boy, he picked up that little pooch kick there, and he took off like a rocket down the sideline and picked up good yard, taking it all the way down to the Riverside 34, setting the Tigers up with a good start here for their first offensive series of the second half.
Going to get the tee off the field.
Chase Roeder back under center for the Tigers here, and I thought Chase just played a really solid game that first half, took care of the ball, extended a few plays with his feet.
I think Chase has done a really nice job at quarterback.
Yeah, you just take care of the ball and make the plays that are presented to you, and you do those things consistently, and you're going to have success.
You got receivers out left and right. In motion, Bond. Roeder keeps it. And
a little broken play
there. Boy, the Bulldogs right on that.
It looks like the Tigers are going to either a jet sweep or something there, but didn't get the play called correctly or executed properly, so it's going to be 2nd and 15 there. Messerschmitt and Bell, and we're all over it for the Bulldogs.
And, 2nd about 15.
And that Bulldog defensive line, I think, for the most part, has done a pretty good job. They, we had a couple breakouts by Riley Fouts, but they've been able to contain them for the most part tonight.
You got receivers out left and right. Fouts in the backfield, of course, and snap the Roeder, hands it off to Fouts on the left side, cuts it up the middle, got some space. Fouts moving to the 30, 20 to the 10. Fouts is taking it to the house.
Touchdown, man! I tell you, Riley Fouts. That is your best running back in this district, in my opinion. He just showed it right there at the 42-yard run. Whoa, that was something else there.
He just broke it open.
The thing I loved about that, he made a couple of jukes, and then he picked up the feet, got around the guy, turned on the burners down the sideline, and put it in the house for a touchdown.
22-0, Red Oak leads with 11:05 to play in the third. Riley Fouts just hit the afterburners on that.
He has an excess of 100 yards rushing for sure. That's the second tee. We're going to have some sort of false start here or something. They're going to call it on the Bulldogs, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was on the Bulldogs. Took a little while for that to come in there.
But the Tigers have had touchdown plays of 33, 90, and 42 yards tonight.
Remarkable.
Yeah, they not really have had an offensive drive.
No.
They really had not. They had not one of those, 10 plays, 11 plays, 80 yards, 70 yards drives.
That was 2 plays on that right there.
Yeah, but they're seeing that explosiveness and that speed that Coach Nordine talked about. Once Riley got in the clear there, no one's going to catch him, and that's the threat the Tigers bring is, man, you get them out in the open field, and just like Adam Byer on that kickoff return, there's some jets out there. Oh, yeah, we're going to go for 2. We're going to go for 2 now since the ball's been advanced.
Trips out to the right. Roeder takes it over to dumps it over the middle, 2 to Woods.
Woody is just a little inside slant, and Chase Roeder hits him. 2-point conversion.
Tigers get 2, and it's 24-0. Red Oak leads. 11:05 to play in the third. We'll be back after this. Shoot. Fairway, we appreciate it. Bond will put a foot to it. Down the field it goes. It's going to be received by Bell.
Gordon.
Bell.
That's Gordon.
Gordon on the return.
That's Gordon. That's what I said.
But, Dawson's got a strong leg on those kickoffs. He hits more line drives, and he gets them down there, but that gives a little bit of a chance to return, too. Am I nitpicking there on Dawson a little bit?
Yeah, maybe you are.
Just nitpicking a little bit?
35-yard line. Ball's on the 35-yard line here.
Tigers going with a defensive line that looks like they're going to have – it's gotten dark in our new press box. I can't read my numbers. Kyle Reinenbarger. We're in the dark now, literally in the dark, figuratively and literally.
For a lot of things there.
Here we go. Hand off to the Bulldogs running back Gordon, and met solidly there by a host of Tigers. Push back.
No gain on that play at all.
Good tackling there. Gang tackling there. The Tigers covered up and pursued to that well. Dante Bacham leading on that charge there. There we go.
There you go.
The light is probably too much. Yeah. Well, put that on the renovation list. A tempered light.
Second and about 7. It works. 2nd and 7. Jepson back. Will take the shotgun snap. You got receivers out left and right. Rolls to the left. Looks down the field. And just kind of a little small pitch out to the left.
Yeah, and a little bit better job there. That's the type of pass they were living on in the first half. They're covered up pretty quickly there. Looks to me like that again. Was that our nose tackle out there? Reinenbarger out there from his nose tackle position to make that tackle out there. Tigers here have a 3rd and 3. Bulldogs on their own 44-yard line.
Got 2 backs there, either side of Jepson. Receivers out to the right. Jepson keeps it, and picks up the first down.
Good job there by Jepson avoiding a tackler and gets just enough to pick up the first down, brought down by Bond there.
Ball's on the 50-yard line. No, 48-yard line. Ball's on the 48.
I do not have a 62 Tiger on my roster. Do you have a 62? He's in a nose guard.
I do not have a 62 on my roster.
Thornton, an unknown 62, and Woods on the defensive line now.
1st and 10. Jepson.
There you go.
Calls it. But loses a couple yards. Nice job by the Tigers to get in the backfield.
Yeah, Thornton came from one end, Woody from the other end. They met. They kind of got together there and just missed him, but enough to drop him on the ground there for a sack of 3 yards. Good job there. That pressure. Braden Woods, all district defense in. Cole Thornton, all honorable mention. Those might be 2 of the best defensive end in districts right there you're looking at. They can really get off the edge. And I know Cole was talking about working on a spin move this year. Working on that, working on their technique to improve.
8:52 to play in the third, 24-0 Red Oak with the lead here in Red Oak. Russ been to field over Riverside. Shotgun snap to Jepson. Looks left, goes left, dropped. Pass is dropped.
Good coverage over there by Roeder. Roeder playing, quarterback and then that defensive back spot. Just Chase really covered ground there quickly. It was a drop pass, but he was right there to make the tackle if he had caught it. Another 3rd and 13, and this is where we've seen in the first half the Bulldogs do that rollout and look for that intermediary type passing game. Let's see if they'll go back to that here. Tigers staying in a kind of base 3-4 defense, 3-3 actually, a 3-3 type front defense.
8.5 minutes to play in the third. Jepson rolls out, looking down the field. He's got a receiver. He's brought down, not after picking up the first down, though.
And there it is again. The rollout, find him in the flat, and they just settle in between the linebackers and that deep secondary, and he threaded a needle on that one. That was actually covered pretty well by the Tigers. But another long 3rd down conversion by the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs move the ball, move the chains. They're up to about the 39-yard line here.
Mentally when you have 3rd and long defense, you think, okay, we just got to keep them in front, keep them in front. You kind of lose a little bit of edge sometimes on that. You get out of your mentality on that. The Tigers have given up several long 3rd down conversions tonight.
Receivers out left, player in motion.
Moore. False start there. Moore had a backfield start a little early, so I'll bring the Bulldogs back 5 yards. I think if you're Coach Frayne, you look at it from their perspective is they've had some good success, but they've also made some critical errors in this game with their execution, which is not unusual first game this season.
So that's about 1st and about 14, matter 14 or 15.
Let's see if the Tigers dial up some sort of defensive end rush on these rollouts here to try to pressure that quarterback into a quicker throw.
1st and 15. Jepson will take the shotgun snap. You got receivers left and right.
Timeout.
Yeah, timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 8:13 to play in the third. Red Oak leads 24-0. Right back after this.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Thanks to Cubbies. Got a little Bee Gees going.
Bee Gees?
Little Bee Gees.
Staying alive?
Staying alive. Scott and Andy could get up and dance down there for that, you think? That would be something.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Good night for staying alive. The Tigers are 24-0 and up 24-0 right now in the third quarter on the Bulldogs. 8:13 to go. But the Bulldogs have a little bit of drive here going. Let's see if the Tigers can get a hold here and
receiver out
on
left
the
and
Bulldogs.
right. Backs on either side of Jepson. Gordon goes in motion. Jepson looking down the field, rolls to the right. He's pursued, dumps it over through the hands. Is that more?
Yeah, I'll reach by to it. That was, again, another great pass on
Hensley.
the run. He had to pull off that over the Tiger player a little bit. The only person to get that could be the Bulldog player. Just a great pass
I think Jepson, I think he scrambles well, Matt.
But he's got that height, too. I think at that 6'3" height frame, when you scramble, you have the ability to kind of see the field a little bit better than maybe if you're not quite at that height. So that helps as well.
Do you make that catch 2 games in, 3 games, 4 games into the season?
Yeah.
It was right there.
Yeah, he put it right on the money and
second and 15.
Just couldn't bring it in.
Shot to Jepson, dumps it, just a little short dump right over the
there's
middle
a hold.
to Gordon.
Yeah, they got a hold there. That was pretty obvious. A big hold there on the Riverside. They had a nice little screen set up there, but this is going to come back.
Red Oak with the lead, 24-0.
Have not been a lot of penalties in this game, Aaron. In fact, I'm not sure. I think Red Oaks maybe has 1 penalty on it. We'll have to get some official stats later on, but so far it's been a relatively clean game.
I would say
for both sides. We have not seen a lot of, which, again, first game of the year, you'd expect, and as the fatigue plays in the second half, we got an injured player down over for the Tigers. See who it is.
We do have an injured player over there. Coach Nordine on the field.
Hoping it's just kind of hopefully it's a cramp or I can't see the player, or it's on the far sideline.
Mr. Schmidt.
Looks like they're helping the player up.
Schmedke is out there with them.
It looks like it might be.
It's Hernandez.
It's Hernandez. Brandon Hernandez.
Yep.
It's Brandon Hernandez. He's kind of limping off the field. He's walking off the field, but he's walking gingerly.
Under his own power.
Mm-hmm.
It's number 9.
It's 9.
It's number 9.
But Brandon coming off of the help, Coach Nordine and Coach Schmetke out there. They're coming off the sideline and helping him off the sideline. Coach Nordine, hope he's okay. He's trying to shake that off. So Coach Nordine is a coach that,
I can see Coach
he relates.
Nordine,
I think he's kind of a little bit of Brandon seems to be kind of trying to shake it off. Brandon is just a tremendous part of this team here, so hopefully we'll see him back here shortly.
Shotgun snap out to Jepson. He rolls out right,
Another
looking down the field, dumps it there too. Once again,
good.
Is that Gordon?
That's Gordon. Good wrap up there by Brighton Bergeron.
But no real gain on the play, though, Matt.
No, and that was a good pursuit. Brighton Bergeron coming all the way from his far defensive back position to wrap up and drop him. And here we go, 3rd and 16, 3rd and 17 again. Tigers need to do a good job here. You almost know what's going to come. One of these roll-outs, roll right, roll left sort of thing.
7:27 to play in the third. 24-0 is our score. Red Oak leads. Third and but Riverside's done well with these long third down conversions.
Yeah, as much as they don't have any points on the board, they've done a pretty good job on third and long conversions. Here's
Jepson
that roll out again.
To the left.
He's going to look deep here. He's going to go deep. It should be
floats it over
intercepted. Intercepted. And I believe that's Brighton Bergeron, I think, with the interception.
Number 84.
Brighton Bergeron with that interception, man. There is a young man who has worked hard in off-season. Brighton Bergeron. And those dividends are paying off. Brighton Bergeron all over that with the pickoff.
And the Tigers will take over.
The second interception of the night the Tigers have come up with. And Brighton had to go up and use that basketball skill ability. Coach Plank like that. He out-rebounded him for that football. Coach Plank put him up for an offensive rebound there, a defensive rebound. But it's football, so we called it interception.
Well, I called it a court a minute ago too, Matt, so there you go.
Tigers will take over on their own 16 here with 7:03 to go in the third quarter.
You got Twins out to the left. Bond in motion. Little reverse drop
Fumble.
ball on it.
Fumble.
And Riverside's
got it, and there's the first turnover tonight for the Tigers. Again, more confusion in the backfield there for the Tigers. They they didn't seem which way they're going on that play there, and they put the ball down.
J.J. Wilson falls on it for the Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs get it right back here, and they're set up now on the Tiger 9-yard line. They're right knocking on the door, so a big change of possession there for the Tigers.
They're on the 9-yard line of the Tigers.
And
kind of over toward the left hash.
And just like that, the Tigers had a chance to kind of run a little clock, and the Bulldogs have the chance to get on the board here. Tigers running up, player out on the field late here. So let's see what happens. They're first down from the
Twins out to the left, back right beside the quarterback there.
Line.
Jepson rolls.
Lower side reverse.
Gains a couple on the play.
Coming back to kind of a cross. I call that kind of a cross buck action there. One guy comes the other way, and they cross in the backfield, and they hand off to Moore. They hit that big in the first quarter. Tigers snuffed that out a little bit better there.
I kind of like this Moore kid. He's a sophomore, man.
Yeah, he runs hard. He's a grinder kid. He's not a real fast kid, but, man, he gives you 110% effort on those runs.
Second.
Board, we have 2nd and 3, I guess. With the
second and 3 looks player motion. There's Jepson. Rolls back. Looking. Broken up, and he's going to be brought down.
Dante Bachem with the sack on that. Jepson just didn't have it. Tigers did a good job in the secondary there. That allowed Bachem to get there to drop him down. So it's 3rd and goal. It should be 3rd and goal, I think.
Tigers are doing a nice job, Matt, penetrating, getting into the backfield there.
Yeah, 3rd and goal here from the 10. About the 11-yard line for the Bulldogs, and this is going to be, I would imagine the Bulldogs would go for two down. I don't think a field goal is going to help them much, so unless it's a sack or something here, but it could be 2-down territory if the Tigers are able to hold them here on 3rd down.
Grady Jepson takes the snap, rolls to the left, pitches it. He's going to be brought down.
Toss and ball. And there that is an example of what Coach Nordine talked about, team speed. You look out there, that play looked like it had a chance to go wide, and boom, those linebackers for Red Oak were there, immediately dropping. It sets up a 4th and goal here for the Bulldogs. Looks like someone is maybe injured there for the Bulldogs, number 3. That'd be Salas. It looks like he's kind of bending over a little bit. I don't know if he's looking at his play wrist for a playoff. Is the sheet on his wrist if he's hurt, but he's in the game.
Stay in the game.
They're going to have to call a timeout here. They're going to. I don't think they're going to get this off in time. They didn't.
Jepson, and it's going to be blown dead here.
Timeout there. Yep. Good call there by.
4:45 to play in the 3rd. Red Oak leads 24-0, and we will take a break and be back after this.
We need to get.
Hey, Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100, extension 6659, and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day 1, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Significant advantage, I would say, Riverside. It seems like they've been on the field a lot offensively. They've been converting 3rd downs and moving the chains, where the Tigers have had that quick strike, that explosive offense where, they strike quickly. But Here we are, 4th and goal for the Bulldogs.
Jepson back again, going to take the shotgun snap. You got receivers out to the left and right. Jepson rolls left, looking into the end zone.
Caught. Touch. Incomplete.
Waves it off.
I think it went through the hands of a Bulldog player, and then it went into the hands of maybe a Tiger, but he was out of bounds. Doesn't matter. It'll be 1st down. Tigers hold again on 4th down, closer to goal line. That, I believe, is kind of their second 4th down goal line base kind of stand in the game, Aaron.
While we're shuffling players here, a quick note, 20% chance of showers mainly after 1 a.m. Lows in the upper 60s tonight. Tomorrow, 40% chance of showers with highs in the upper 80s. And Saturday night, there is a 60% chance with 1 to 2 inches of rain possible Saturday night. Rotor back again. You got Twins out to the left. Fouts in the backfield. Rotor to Fouts. Fouts cuts it up the field. He's got
fumble.
And the Tigers fall on it.
The ball's on the ground. Now we got Fouts is hurt. It looks like it's a cramp, though, the way he's standing there.
And Kahn falls on the ball.
But Riley's getting up, but it looks like looks like it's a cramp of some sort. So we're going to go Adam Byer back up, running back.
Logan Kahn falls on it. Fouts had some room in front of him.
He did.
If he just one more.
That ball's become loose now here for the Tigers' last couple possessions. They put it on the ground, so.
And Rotor back again. Takes the shotgun snap. As you mentioned, Fouts comes out of the ball game. Hands it off up the middle. Got some space.
He's
breaks
gone.
It open. He's to the 30, to the 40, 50, 40, and is ran out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Pretty good backup running back in there for the Tigers.
Adam Byer. Great job by Byer. Breaks open the big play again, Matt.
Big play, and maybe that's the MO for this team this year, Aaron, is on any given play they can take it with that speed. And, man, my goodness, I mean, it was like the heavens parted there for Adam, and he just made a beeline and got run down. Coach Sue Ann French will be on him for getting caught from behind there, I think, with that.
But a great job by Byer. Step in there. First time tonight.
Absolutely. A 50-plus yard run there for Adam. Give to
And
Adam again.
Rotor. Adam keeps it. He's going to be still on his feet and manages to get a couple.
Yeah, boy, a hard job there by Adam. He just fought off a couple tacklers, spun around, and was able to get a couple yards out of it, preventing a loss. Setting up, they're going to actually give him no gain on that. Look like maybe he got a couple, but be 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers.
Red Oak leads 24-0 with 3:32 to play in the third. Red Oak with the lead. And we have Rotor at quarterback. Byer and Fouts had cramps, we think. Receivers out left and right. Shotgun snap comes to Rotor. To Byer again, up the middle, got some space. He got some speed. Gets it up to about the 25. 26 maybe.
Just impressive that you can take an all-district running back, Riley Fouts, out and not miss a beat here with Adam Byer. And that was a good, hard run by Adam. He lowered his shoulder there. And
I kind of like the way he runs, Matt.
And really delivered a blow on the end of that run there to pick up a few more extra yards.
2:50 to play in the third. Third and about 3, I'd say.
Tigers on a little bit of a drive here. I guess you can call this maybe one of the longer drives of the
Probably
game
so. There's
far.
Byer again up the middle, got some space, and he's going to be brought down, but he gets the first down and then some.
And let's credit the offensive line a little bit. A great kick-out block there by Sam Fields and Peyton Echternock. I mean, you're seeing some of that offensive line play come into effect here on this particular series. That's a big offensive line of Red Oak, and they're starting to wear, I think, a little bit on that defensive line of Riverside. They're doing a good job. Echternock and Kahn and Perrin, those guys are moving some bodies out of the way up there now.
2:20 to play in the third. Red Oak leads 24-0.
We're going to have a false start there, I think, Aaron, on Red Oak.
Too much motion there, Matt. 2:07 to play. And it looks like third quarter, it's Central Decatur 8-2 over Southwest Valley.
And that's two really good teams out of that district going at it there. In a tight defensive game. First and 15 for the Tigers now at their 20-yard line of Riverside.
Rotor keeps it, I think. Nope, brought
nothing going
down
there.
and maybe loses a couple even.
Good tackle in there by number 59, Keaton Riken on that tackle for the Bulldogs. What
a game, Matt. So it's second and 20. Minute 30 to play in the third. Red Oak with the lead.
Looks like Brandon Hernandez is over here kind of walking off his leg injury a little bit.
Roeder, you got twins out left and right. Roeder backs up, looks over the middle, dumps it over the middle, tries to get it to Kaus, but it's just not there.
Yeah.
A little low.
Chase had to get rid of it. He had a little defensive pressure, so he maybe had to get rid of it a little bit sooner than he wanted to, but falls incomplete there. Sets up a long third and we'll call it about 3rd and 18
it's a long
for
one.
the Tigers here.
Minute 17 to play in the third. 24-0. Red Oak with the lead. And, I think
looks like they got Bachem, I believe, at running back now. I'm correct on that.
first time we've seen that this year. Roeder rolls back,
Plenty
looks
time,
over his left,
looks
goes
deep.
left, goes deep. Little too high.
Yeah, had him there. Woody made a cut towards the goalpost. Pass a little high there, but incomplete. Be 4th down. Let's see what the Tigers do here. If they kick or they go for it here. My guess is they probably will go for this. It's kind of in between. You don't gain much on a punt, obviously, from this range. And a kick might be a little bit. It's going to be, well, it looks like they're going to try a kick. They're going to put it down at 29, so it'll be a 39-yard attempt for Dawson.
Dawson's got the leg.
Dawson trying to go for special teams player of the week if he can knock this through the goalpost.
And kicks away.
It's got distance. It's good.
It's
wow.
Good. Oh, Dawson,
a 39-yard field goal. He's got a unique stroke with the leg. It's not like the typical. He's kind of got a short leg kick, but, man, it's powerful.
27-0. Red Oak with the lead. 1:06 to play in the third, and we'll take that break and be right back after this.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Welcome back to
They spared no amenities on this press box, Aaron.
We have dimming lights that dim, Matt.
Dimming lights.
Wow.
People will probably say we're dimming our lights.
Well,
the fact that we didn't realize that until maybe in the middle of the third quarter, but
we're up here with our flashlights.
The flashlights, just dim the lights.
Red Oak leads 27-0 with 1:06 to play in the third. Boston has a unique approach there.
He's going to have a tired kicking leg in this one.
And Gordon was there with the ball, heads it up the field, hit hard right in the middle of the field. Is that Bond again?
Bond kicks it, Bond tackles it. That's kind of seems to be, that's the second time he's done that tonight.
When Bond tackles, it's not a.
It's a no-doubter.
It's a definitive.
It's a no-doubter
tackle.
Looks like I'm seeing some different numbers now getting out on the field for the Tigers. Looks like Cyrus Minson's out there, that defensive end for the first time, I'm thinking, tonight on the field. Looks like Hernandez is back out there, so that's good news for the Tigers. I see him back out there to the right. And then number 53 for the Tigers, I should probably put my glasses on, Jacob Egress. I guess he's been out there. He's been rotating that nose tackle spot.
Receivers out left and right. Jepson hands it off up the middle again. It goes, but gain of couple. Three.
Bond in on the tackle along with
Gordon carries the ball for Red Oak.
Cole Thornton, one of those kids, just a quiet kid, doesn't get a lot of notoriety, but, man, he's just a ball player at that defensive end position. He's solid between him and Woody at another end. Those are really talented defensive ends.
I heard your interview with him, too.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Solid young man.
Absolutely.
30 seconds to play in the third. 27-0 is our score. Red Oak with the lead. Jepson will take it. You got receivers out to the left. Shotgun snap comes to Jepson. Pitches it quickly out to the left and
incomplete there.
Tried to go quick out to Gordon.
Yeah.
Not there.
Tigers have done a better job of those passes in the flat and rollouts here in the second half. I think they're not as worried as they were in the first half about getting beat deep. Of course, they came in the game being very conscious of that, and then they've rolled up their defensive safeties a little bit to cover that flat a little bit more. They have not been going to Kling's side much all night.
17 seconds on the clock here. 18 seconds on the clock, rather. 27-0 is our score. Third and about 8. Moore in motion, hands it off to Moore, turns it up the field. Moore still on his feet. Picks up a few.
Good tackle. I think Minson in on that tackle for the Tigers along with Egris. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
What's that?
Egris for the Tigers.
You have to
That is the end of the third quarter. Your score, Tigers 27.
Eggers?
Bulldogs 0.
Eggers? Let's go with that.
Okay.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small town living. We are here where your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Upgrade to winning internet speeds and switch to Western Iowa Networks. With Western Iowa Networks' blazing fast internet speeds, you can say bye-bye to buffering. You'll never have to worry about lagging while gaming with your friends. You'll catch every word your professor says during your online classes, and you won't lose connection during your work meetings. Sounds like a winning game plan to me. So make the switch today and join the winning team, Western Iowa Networks.
4 or 5.
Bulldogs high
Hanging
snap.
High snap. Tigers are there. What do we have?
Tigers going to take over right on the 19-yard
Yeah.
line. High snap. The Bulldogs covered a bit. Cole Thornton was on top of that player, and Tigers going to be set up for first down at the 19-yard line. Good field position.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
It's 11:54 to play in the ball game now. Again, that time of possession we were talking about earlier, Matt.
Yeah.
Tigers set up here with great field position.
Riverside's had
18.
Riverside's had some struggles on special teams tonight, and the Tigers have played pretty solid on that special team. Roeder's still in there, and good to see Riley Fouts back at the running back spot for the Tigers.
Roeder takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Fouts. He goes out left, cuts it up the field, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Riley Fouts from the 19-yard line.
Wow, Riley Fouts with a spinorama on that. He left a guy left him on the ground with a spin move I have not seen before for a 19-yard run. I believe that's Mr. Fouts' 3rd touchdown on the night. I'm going back on my score sheet. I'm trying to keep track of these for you, Aaron.
Well, it's appreciated, Matt. 33-0 is our score. 11:45 to play in the ball game.
3rd touchdown for Riley on the night.
Bond back to put a boot to it again. Here we go. It's up and looks good here. It is. One after is good. 34-0 is our score. Red Oak leads Riverside. 11:45 to play in the ball game, and we will take a break and be back after this.
The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring positions available: seasonal general labor, seasonal night crew. All seasonal positions have the opportunity to become full-time positions. They're looking for hardworking team members who are dependable with a positive attitude, committed to being at work on time every day, working in a fast-paced environment, and flexible open schedule. Apply at the Red Oak Greenhouse at 401 West Cuba Street in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring.
How many viewers? Is that a high number? Is that good number or bad
That's
number?
good.
That's a good number?
That's good.
Good. Eight carries, 123 yards.
Welcome back. Thanks to Mickey and the folks at Red Oak Chrysler for sure for all they do, and thanks to all of our sponsors for making it possible for us to be here.
Right.
We will have a wrap up here when this is all said and done. What do you got, Matt?
Riley Fouts, 8 carries for 123 yards and 3 TDs on the night. If the field was longer, he would have probably double that yardage because he was gone on 3 of them. Here we go, a long
Nice
kick by Bond.
Kick by Bond. Picked up by
Bell.
Bill.
Gordon, excuse me.
Gordon. That's Gordon. And Bond again is back there on the takedown. Is that right?
It is.
Dawson Bond with the tackle. Dawson Bond. I'm telling you, the kid can do it all. Pretty impressive. 11:37 to play in the ball game. 34-0 is our score. Red Oak with lead. Now, again, Matt, we want to remind folks that we will have a wrap-up here after this is all said and done. It is at the end of the third, Stanton 20, Martinsdale St. Mary's 8.
That'd be a big win for Stanton, as they, I believe, lost to Martindale St. Mary's last year. So if you go on the road to beat them, it'd be a big win for Stanton, for Coach Grebben.
And a nice job there by the Bulldogs. And carrying the ball that time for the Bulldogs was Rican.
Tigers have almost 200 yards plus, over 200 yards rushing tonight. Byers, 5 carries for 65 yards. So Tigers have had explosive plays, not a lot of run plays, but been very explosive offensively tonight.
Second and a little less than a yard to go. Ball's on the 35-yard line. 11:06 to play in the ball game. Jepson stacked out hard to the left. Silas with the ball.
Good tackle there by.
And I think enough to get the first down where it's pushed out of play. Yep, they're moving the chains.
With a tackle there. Coach Nordine's still going with the first team defense here on this drive.
And at the end of the third, it's Exira, Elkhorn, Campbellton 55, Griswold 16 at the end of 3.
Tigers got a couple touchdowns on the board there.
And the ball's on the 38-yard line. Jepson still in the quarterback, takes a shotgun snap, hands it off. Up the middle, gain a few yards, but still well short of the first down.
Bond and Berger and Woody.
Gordon with the play.
Woody on the stop there. Tigers really doing a good job rotating in and out their nose tackle spot between Ryan Berger, Egris, and an unknown 62 player that I don't know who 62 is.
Second and about 7. Receivers out left and right. Gordon goes in motion.
Ooh, good.
Up the middle, nice cut, but brought down short of the first down. That is Gordon with the ball. Byer with the tackle. Third and about 2 or 3. Third and a couple. 9:45 to play in the ball game.
Ball be placed at the 49-yard line.
Ryan Barger, a senior, listed 5'8", 220. He looks like a nose tackle, Aaron.
Yeah, certainly does. Jepson again, you got receivers out to the right. Single back in the backfield. Jepson rolls right. Pressure in the backfield again and brought down.
There's those two defensive ends there. Cole Thornton and Braden Woods, reminiscent of the 85 Bears with Richard Dent and Dan Hampton. Coming around the edges.
The 85 Bears, huh?
It's always a broadcast when you can work in the 85 Bears defense.
Oh,
the reference there, but the good job there by those guys beating our blockers, getting the quarterback there and setting up a punt here for Riverside.
Yeah, the ball's who do we have back here for the Tigers?
Looks like Bond.
Dawson Bond. Booted away.
You're going to just let it roll here.
It's going to bounce. Going to be down around the 30-yard line.
Let's see what Coach Nordine still goes with the first team offense here, or make some changes here. See what he's going to do here.
And 8:45 to play in the ball game. It's now 11-9. Central Decatur with the lead.
11-9.
Back, and there's been about 3 lead changes in the second half of that game.
Yeah, that's going to come right down to end in that game. Hard-fought game over there.
Kind of a bruising contest there.
Coach Nordine still with the first-team offense out there. 8:40 to go here in the game. Tigers would just kind of like to take some time off this clock, work the ball here a little bit.
Yep, snap comes to Roeder.
There's
Fouts. Turns it up the field. He's got some space. He breaks it open to the 50, and just by a shoestring is brought down at about the 43.
And just like that, a 25, almost 30-yard run by Fouts. My calculations, that gives him 9 carries for about 153 yards on the night. Every play you think Riley Fouts is going to go the distance. It just seems like he's got a chance to go the distance every play.
So the Tiger chains move. We get reset. Balls on the 44-yard line, 43-yard line.
Botcom now back at running back for the Tigers.
Rotor to Bockham. He's hit, bounces, spins off of it. We have the flag down, and he's going to be brought down for a loss.
Going to be a flag or some sort of hold. I think it's probably going to be on the Tigers. Rotor Chase is 5 for 7 on the night for 125 yards. A TD pass to Bond. I didn't catch it. Was it a holding, Aaron?
I didn't catch it, Matt, to be honest with you.
I think it was. You've been eyeing that pizza over there.
Well, I can smell that pizza behind us.
Finally, the media buffet has arrived here.
And so it's ball's going to be on second and 13. Ball's on about the 46-yard line.
Penalty was declined there, so Bulldogs will take the loss on the play. So we're going to get a timeout here. The Tigers seem confused. Coach Nordine is when a coach takes his headphones off and turns to the team and yells at him just unilaterally, you know he's not happy with something.
That's your sign that Coach Nordine.
That's a sign that things aren't good, and that's where you kind of want to. I've been in that position. You want to kind of go towards the water cooler and blend into the middle of the crowd,
fade away,
and just fade away. You don't want to be front and center when the coach is yelling at the team.
8:10 to play in the ball game. Red Oak leads 34-0. Matt, we're going to have a wrap-up here when this is all set.
Yeah, we'll have all the scores. We'll hopefully have all the finals and get those out for you. And
do we have some scores there, Mel, that I haven't given that we could give? Again, in that Southwest Valley game, it's in the fourth quarter, and it's 11-9 now. Central Decatur with the lead. That game has just been kind of a defensive battle that we've seen over there as well. So 8:10 to play in this ball game. We're going to have a wrap-up. We want to say thanks to our sponsors. If you make note of our sponsors and let them know that you appreciate making this possible to hear.
Post-game show sponsored by Stadium 34.
Yep. Okay.
Rocky's going to fly to Ireland after this to watch the Nebraska Cornhusker game. He'll be taking a jet to Ireland.
Twins out left and right. Shotgun snap to Rotor. Hands it off up the middle again. Driving hard.
Hey, he's going to go.
Bockham to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Bockham's going to take it to the end zone, and it's touchdown.
46-yard touchdown run.
Dante
Bockham. And that'll get us in a running clock situation. Tigers throttling Riverside 40-0.
Tigers with the lead.
Tigers with that rush close to 300 yards rushing in the game now as a team.
Bond back to attempt the extra point here. Kind of a low snap, bounced off the ground, but it's recovered nicely. Bond with the point. 41-0 is our score. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after these messages. Thanks to the fine folks at Empire Construction. Thanks to our sponsors for making it possible for us to be here. Big start for the season for the Tigers, Matt.
Yeah, 260 yards total rushing for the Tigers on the game so far. They've got about 120 yards passing, so all told, almost 400 yards total offense for the Tigers, and only one turnover with all that.
And the Tigers lead 41-0. There's 8 minutes on the clock. 8 minutes remaining in the ball game.
And we should have a running clock situation now, Aaron, for the end of the game.
Had a little bit of a miscue there. Here we go. Nice kick away.
Coach Nordine made a point to me earlier in the week, Aaron. A ranking system. It's one of those statewide type ranking systems had projected Red Oak as 1-7 this year. And he was all over that, telling me about that. And he said, you wait and see. He said, after the first week, you see where we're ranked and what that projection will be. And if there's anything we know about Coach Nordine, this is a guy that absolutely is a unique person who has tremendous belief in himself and his program and his kids. And it just oozes confidence to the players on the field. And you can see where this program was a little over a year ago to where it is now is this night and day.
Handed off up the middle. Carrying the ball is Gordon. Gordon with the carry, gains a few on the play, about 4 or 5 on the play. From the very beginning, from the time I met Coach Nordine.
Very first meeting, he knew exactly what he was walking into Red Oak. He knew it was a town that had a 22-3 game losing streak, less than 25 kids out on the roster. He came in eyes wide open. And
Jepson just a little short pass right over the middle.
And has just done marvelous things in this football program in little less than 2 years.
Elias with the catch.
And we also should, there's a tremendous amount of good assistant coaches down there. Nathan Ross and Josh Kipley, Alan Gray and Dale French and, all those assistant coaches have just been marvelous. Sometimes we don't mention those guys enough, Aaron. And
it takes everybody, Matt, working together to.
Yeah,
and then all the young men that have bought in and put in hard work to get to where they are here.
Just for example, that football combine he had back in April here, 90-plus kids from Southwest Iowa came to Red Oak for a football combine. Who would have thought that?
Jepson's going to take the shotgun snap again, rolls out, looks left, goes left, and it's going to be collected there, brought down. And I think it's short of the first down. Gordon is the one with the reception.
That's Chase Roeder, our quarterback, in there. We might have to start taking Chase off the defense and preserving him on our offense. I'm teasing on that, but great play there by Chase coming up. And
quick legal ID, and we'll be right back. And a quick look at some other scores. It is Shenandoah over Missouri Valley this third quarter, 30-16. Stanton over Martinsdale St. Mary's, 20-8. Kicking the ball away here.
Punt is off, and the
Tigers are going to Vaughn picks it up. Did he heads up the fields, brought down about the still fighting for it. Picks up a couple.
Yeah, just
he's at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, the acceleration from the Tigers going from nothing to something fast in about 3 or 4 steps.
Yeah,
you can just see what Coach Nordine was. Speed is a result of talent, of course, but also work and effort. You improve your speed by getting stronger and faster. And these Tigers, this program has done that, committing to weight training and getting themselves making a year-round commitment to football.
And the ball is going to be spotted on about the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, 37-yard line.
5:12 to go. The clock is running now.
Continuous clock. Roeder
we do have a timeout here. And again,
we do have a timeout.
And I believe Coach Nordine is – I don't think this is a turn and yell. I think they're going to take some of the starters out and put some of the reserves in here on this series. I think what's going to happen here, Coach Nordine. Schmidtke's Jack is, of course, our starting linebacker, but he's going to come in here and looks like play fullback.
5:07 on the clock. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Red Oak leads 41-0. Red Oak's led the whole ball game. Just started off right at the beginning and just have really played a fine ball game. Here we go. Roeder at quarterback, and like you said, there's Schmidtke at shotgun snap, falls to the ground, and Roeder's going to fall on.
And if there's one thing I would say Red Oaks needs to clean up for next week, it's that handling of the ball in the backfield on handoffs and shotgun snaps. I mean, it's first week, a new center in there. Those are some of the things you hope come with another week. Of course, our center, Vukovic, has got a talented nose guard. He's been playing against Messerschmitt all night. That doesn't make it easier. But yeah, some of these second reserves are now coming in. Offensively, Menson's coming in for the Tigers here. Wide receiver, as is Landon Gigsted's out there now. Our field stat guy Jeff's going to be watching his son here in a second.
And we have at quarterback now Fisher.
Is it Mason? Mason Fisher wearing number 30.
Yeah, quarterback.
Not your normal quarterback
No.
number.
Mason Fisher, a freshman.
I saw Mason. Mason played well in the scrimmage, the media day scrimmage. I thought he did a good job moving that second-team offense.
So we have third and about 20. Long way to go. 4 minutes and ticking here on the clock. Red Oak leads 41-0. Fisher in at quarterback now. Going to take the shotgun
Cale
snap.
Hall's in there, wide receiver.
Kind of a mumble snap. Fisher picks it up, heads up the field, gains maybe a couple on the play.
They're going to say he's
Is there-
down.
is there
The ball's
down,
loose, but I think they're going to say he was down. So it's going to be fourth down and long for the Tigers here. Let's see the Tigers. The clock's running 3:35.
Yeah.
They'll probably just run it here, run a play.
Is that Schmedke coming off the field?
Coming off the field.
So it's fourth down.
Tigers pretty much with their second string offense out there now.
Twins out left and right. Fisher's going to take the snap, hands it off, up the middle, and gain of a couple.
Positive yardage there.
Who was that carried the ball there?
Did not see there'll be turnover on downs there. It'll be a Riverside ball, but good positive yardage there for the Tigers. That looked like that was maybe Kyler Sandholm. Sandholm making an appearance on the field there. Kyler's just a sophomore. Of course, his brother Chase played a significant role last year's team. He's now at that great university called Iowa State, the football power in the state of Iowa up there.
Boy.
No? Not buying that one?
The football power in the state of Iowa? No.
No?
Not going with you on that one, Matt.
Riverside ball here now.
Riverside with the ball. Jepson's going to take the snap. Looks left. Over the middle. No, not there. Falls to the ground.
Good coverage there by Jack, clinging all over him. They really haven't gone to Jack's side much on either.
But that's what that does, though. It shuts it down for you.
Yeah. You know, Jack is a tremendous cover guy, and they just haven't looked to that side of the field and much. And it's ironic that your best cover guy doesn't get much action. Now they go on trips this side here. Let's see. They're looking this way again.
And they're looking over here, and there it goes to
Roder in on the tackle.
Is that Gordon with the reception?
Gordon side.
Cyrus
Minson on the tackle as well.
And it was Silas with the reception.
Cooper Alexander in there for the Tigers now, number 25. They're trying to hustle some guys off the field here. They're going to have too many guys on the field.
They didn't catch it there. Going down the field, look at that. And brought it down.
Kind of looked like a hockey line shift there on the go with players running off and off
Gordon.
the field.
Gordon is the one with the reception there, Jackson Gordon.
Tigers trying to preserve that shutout here. 1:30 to go. The clock is running. Tigers have their second team defense in there now.
76-6, Bedford over Lamoni final. Out on the right side, are they going to get the first down, Matt?
First down, and it looks like they're on about the
again to Gordon.
14, 13-yard line of Red Oak. Bulldogs are going fast here.
1:11 to play in the ball game. Clock is ticking.
They're inside. Looks like they're inside the first and goal here.
Over to the left side now, and it's through the hands.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
We're down to 57 seconds. Bulldogs are trying to get some points on the board before the clock goes down here. Tigers want that shutout.
51. That was intended for Aiden Bell. And Jepson at quarterback. Takes a snap. Looks over the middle. Goes out to the right now, to the right sideline.
Not much there. About a 5-yard gain. Tigers all over it. 30 seconds ago.
Again, that was to Gordon.
Bulldogs are going to probably get
27 seconds.
They're probably going to get one more play here. Let's see. See if the Tigers can hold them here.
Going up to the left side now. It's going to be caught by Slice, but he's going to be brought down at the 10.
There by Chase Roder.
Nice hit by Roder.
Let's see if the Bulldogs try to get another one off
10
here.
seconds and counting. 8 seconds. They're going to get it off. I'm not sure.
So.
Yep, they're going to get it off.
This will be the last play of the game. They're going to be
Jepson's
shut out, or it's going to be
going to the corner and
incomplete. That's the ball game.
That is going to do it. Red Oak is going to get the victory in fine fashion here. 41-0 over Bedford. 41-0 is our score, and what a ball game it was. Matt, let's take a quick break, Matt, and see if we can collect some stats, and we'll be right back after these messages. Red Oak wins 41-0 over Bedford. to Red Oak, and again, Red Oak gets the victory in their season opener, 41-0 over Riverside. Joined now head coach of the Red Oak Tigers, Coach Michael Nordine, and we also have Chase Roeder with us, quarterback. All right, let's start with Chase. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
All right, Chase, quarterback. Tell me about it. This is your first start. Huge performance tonight. Tell me what you saw. How did you prepare and come into tonight's game?
I came to the field about an hour early, just toss the ball around. So then come game time, I get spread it around to all my options.
Yeah.
They're all good.
So you settled in early. You guys got on the board quick, and then did you feel more comfortable at that point or what?
Oh, yeah. I came out with a lot of swagger, which Nordine preaches all the time.
Play like you've been there before, huh?
Yep.
Very good. Talk to me about your team. You got some big tackles in there tonight, too.
Yep.
You like offense or defense better?
Definitely defense. I might be tiny, but I'll go hit somebody.
I like it. I get nervous, though. You did a fantastic job out there. Tell me what it's like to have Fouts behind you out there. He cracked some big ones tonight, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's a dog. He spent time in the weight room all summer. You can see it on him. He's gained a lot of weight, gained a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
And he's jukey.
Yeah.
Good luck tackling him.
Without a doubt. No kidding. So, big plays tonight. There was a big completion. We were down a couple there, and then there was a big completion. You guys broke it open for a big one. Tell me about that play there early in the game.
I took a shot on that play, not going to lie.
Yeah.
But Dawson, he's a go-to for me. I'll just throw it up, and I have all confidence that he's going to come down with it.
And it wasn't necessarily like, say, you took a shot, but Dawson collected it, reeled it in, and took it the distance. So great job by Dawson. Great job tonight, Chase.
Thank you.
Was it fun?
Oh, yeah.
You having fun?
Oh, yeah.
Good deal. Coach Nordine is having fun.
Oh, I'm always having fun. That's the only way to do it.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about I want to just work through this. Talk to me about your offense tonight.
Yeah, we're trying to spread the ball around a little more. We got so many talented skill players that we got to get them the ball. So Woody, they all run fast. They all can make plays. And then we got Roeder just slinging it around, So our offense is kind of getting away from that ground and pound. We're just going to run it down your throat all day. We got options, and we're trying to show the state that you got to protect against everything. We're coming out with guns drawn, and we're ready to roll.
Talk to me about defense. Now, you talked, and I heard in your pregame interview with Matt, bend but not break. I don't know what the time of possession was there through the middle of the game, but Riverside had the ball. You guys got the ball, bang, bang, and you're scoring the end zone.
Yeah, and I talk about our speed on defense. The slowest guy is Logan Kahn, and he runs a 5-flat 40. The rest of them are 4.7. Roeder's probably the slowest guy other than that, and he ain't slow.
Yeah.
So I just tell the guys, when the field gets smaller, it's easier to cover. So don't get beat deep. Keep everything in front of you. We'll bend but don't break. Like I said, Matt loves his Cyclones, but that's the Iowa motto, and that's what we got to go with. Iowa's defense has always been better.
Talk to me about special teams. How'd you feel you did on special teams?
I thought we did great. We got Dawson Bond. He's got a leg.
Yes.
So we have that 3-point option. And Josh Kipley, our assistant, he does a great job with the special teams, prepares them all week. I kind of gave him the keys to that this year, and he's taken full reign on it and just loves it. So he gets the tricks in, and he gets in my ear and lets me know when hey, don't worry about scoring touchdowns, get points. And that's what I need to hear. I need my coaches to keep me under control.
So what do we have to work on, Coach? What did you see that you could do better?
We always have little details to fix, running routes, cleaning up our routes, cleaning up our blocking, our angles of attack. They got us a little bit on those fives, those deep outs, and we made the adjustment at halftime and we fixed it. So, other teams are going to see that on film. So we got to figure out how to stop those fives, and we should be all right.
But a great opening. I don't know when the last time that there was a opener winner, a continuous clock.
Oh, yeah.
Coach, it was a big night for the Tigers.
We even got our young guys, and we had almost all freshmen. Our secondary was still in there, but they stopped them.
Yeah.
They held them out of the end zone, so our young guys should be proud of what they did tonight, too.
Going to enjoy tonight, but who do we have next week?
West Central Valley. So I tell the kids, party it up tonight, be smart, have fun. Tomorrow we get ready for West Central Valley.
Very good.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Red Oak Tigers, Michael Nordine, and the quarterback, Mr. Chase Roeder. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Roll Tigers.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this. It's 41-0 Red Oak with Davis. Red Oak gets the victory, 41-0 over Riverside. Matt, statistically, what are you seeing
let's thanks Jeff Gigstad for getting these to us. And let's start with our defensive stats because, really, as much as we talk about the 41 points, they pitched a shutout tonight, and that's the most impressive thing. And let's go with our tackle leader tonight was Adam Byer, 9.5 tackles. Dawson Bond with 9 tackles. You had Chase Roeder with 7 tackles, so doing quarterback and defensive duties. Brighton Bergen in with 3 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Cole Thornton, 5 tackles. Jack Kling, 2.5 tackles. Braden Woods, 3 tackles. Dante Bockham, 5 tackles. And Dante Bockham also had a 41-yard touchdown run, I believe.
Yes,
I think
he
that's
did.
who it was. So he did it both on offensive defense tonight. Who else we got there? Brandon Hernandez in with 2.5 tackles. And, of course, he had that interception, which might be, looking back on this game, might have been the biggest play of the game because it was 7-0 at that time. I believe in the first quarter, Riverside was driving. Hernandez gets that interception. Next play, boom, 90-yard touchdown pass, and that kind of seemed to open the door a little bit there for Red Oak. So that was maybe the biggest play of the game right there. Kicking stats. Dawson Bond was 3 for 4 on point afters. He had 2 field goals he made. One was a 39-yarder, so good job there by Dawson. Receiving, Dawson Bond had 1 catch. That 1 catch for 90 yards and a TD. Landon Kaus had a catch for 19 yards. Braden Wood, 2 catches for 15 yards. Rushing stats. Let's see. I need to get updated stats on rushing here. Hang on. I know Mr. Fouts went for 9 carries, I believe, for about 160-some-odd yards. Adam Byer had 5 carries, 65 yards. Dante Bockham had that 1 run for 42 yards. So, all in all, we tally this up, Red's going to have close to 400 yards total offense. Only 1 turnover on the night when they had a fumble on that. And really, you'd have to say it, from that first quarter on, Red Oak was pretty much in control of that game. Riverside had some movement with their offense in that first half, converted some long third conversions. I think Red Oak came out at halftime, made some adjustments, took away some of that shorter passes, and they did not give up the big play. We talked about, and they didn't give up any those break plays were the long touchdown runs. And in fact, Red Oak flipped the script and got that. So you look at this, Red Oak came in the last 2 years being outscored 86-20 by Riverside. Well, this year it's another story. Red Oak Tigers on top, 41-0.
Red Oak gets the victory, 41-0 for their season opener, and like you said, a clean game. And I was intended to mention that to Coach Nordine. They played a clean game all the way through, I thought.
Yeah, they did, and there wasn't a lot of penalties.
No.
And that's especially interesting because it's the first game of the year. And typically you'll see more penalties, or the things like special teams play doesn't get done quite as well. But they were very effective on special teams, major kicks, had that onside kick that they did, recovery, which I thought was great. So, all in all 3 phases, defensive, special teams, and offense were blending well. And I think the key is Red Oak showed a little bit of a passing game. And a passing game does take some time usually to develop. Your offensive line has to gel a little bit. There's so many pieces that have to come together in a passing game that I would think that would improve. They'll be going against West Central Valley in Stewart next week. I think you and I will be there. Are we going to be there?
Yep, we'll be there.
You're buying dinner, right?
Yep.
Of course, okay.
It's all me.
There you go. But that's another opportunity to work on pass game. I mean, that's a team that Red Oak's got a good chance to beat. They're going to have to play hard. They're going to have to play well to beat an improving West Central Valley team. But nonetheless, they have an opportunity to improve on that. And this is a program that I just think that people that are not within the walls of Red Oak, and then you look from the outside, well, that's Red Oak football. They still are not quite. This is a different thing. This is a whole different thing in Red Oak right now with football, and it can change as quickly as that. So this team is set up really for, I think, a very good opportunity this season. It looks like, for the most part, I think we saw a couple of those guys that were tweaked during the game, Fouts and Hernandez came back.
Seems like they're making it.
So that's the other important thing, staying healthy in this long grind of a football season.
Red Oak gets the victory, 41-0 over Riverside here in Red Oak this evening. Russ been to field, so great start to the season for the Red Oak Tigers.
Yeah.
But on the other side of just on the side of Riverside, now it was a shutout, but they did have some positives, I thought, offensively that they did. I mean, they had some great drives.
The Gordon kid, a running back, just a freshman, showed thing. The Moore kid was really good. Jefferson's a good quarterback. I mean, you can see that he's an effective quarterback. And Coach Frayne is a good coach. I mean, that's a really good coach. And this Riverside team is going to put some W's on the board for the end of the season. They played a good Red Oak team. I think Red Oak team that's gonna certainly after the game tonight have a little recognition. I think more so than what they've been getting preseason wise.
That's going to do it for us for football coverage. Now, stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get some stats together here, Matt, and then we're going to have a little bit of a wrap-up show here for some sports. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with our wrap-up this Friday night football recap show after these messages.